Welcome into Texans Today, everybody. I'm your host, Jeremy Chuggs, and the final preseason game, Texans up against the Lions. Let's see who will come out on top. It's going to be a fun watch party. Going to see a lot of guys either make or break this Texans roster. This is their last chance to impress the coaching staff, to impress the front office, to impress their teammates and say, hey, I deserve a spot on the Texans' final 53-man roster. And a quick reminder, roster cutdown day this Tuesday. So this game is going to be huge for a lot of guys who are looking to make this Texans roster. I already see y'all lighting up the chat. I see King's Domain, Misty, Danielle. I see Jakias, Noah Santana, El Suavemente up in this thing. Jeremiah, all welcome into today. And I got to know who you got, and I want to see those H's up. Throw the H's up. If you're rocking and rolling with the Houston Texans, let me hear you down in the chat. Can I get a yeah? Let's go. And actually, before we go to this, I'm not by myself today. We've got one of the new guys here at Chat Sports, AOC, Mr. Andrew O'Connell in the chat. How we feeling?
What's going on, chat? Ready for a big Texans win today against the Lions. Ready to see some guys prove themselves, fight for those last roster spots, and ultimately swing what's going to happen this season. You know, as the season goes on, it's a war of attrition, and those back-end guys are going to make the difference week 16, week 17.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. You'll see a lot of Andrew today. He's going to be pushing the ones and twos, helping us out on today's program. And speaking of today's program, today's episode is brought to you by our friends over at Prize Picks. Preseason football, hey, it's almost over. College football, it's here. So don't miss any of the action this season on Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the best way to get action on sports in more than 40 states, including California, Texas, Florida, and Georgia. It is the #1 daily fantasy sports app out there. And if you're wondering, Jeremy, maybe I don't want to look at preseason. Maybe I want to look forward. These are my full season long projections that I put out. This is my lineup. CJ Stroud, more than 3,749.5 pass yards. Joe Mixon, this one might be a little testy with all the stuff going around. We'll talk about him in just a moment. 949.5 rush yards. Give me the more on him. Nico Collins, I went the more on 1,124.5 receiving yards. And Trevor Lawrence, I'm going to be a hater. I'm going less on the 21.5 passing touchdowns. You can use those. You can make your own. Just do it over on Prize Picks. Get started today. Download the Prize Picks app and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, run your game. Get started today with my friends over at Prize Picks. They also invented the flex play. So if one of your parts of your lineup doesn't, pan out, you can still win some money. They got you covered. Join the millions and millions of people that already have fun watching sports on Prize Picks. All right, name a player you're watching out for today. Let me know down in the comment section, who will you be looking out for today? There we go. Stingley. I'm not sure. I don't know if the starters are going to play or not. I'll have to see. We'll have to see. As we already have a super chat from Evan McGinley, my guy. Let's go. Here we go. Evan McGinley says, we are back, Chuggs. We are back. We are so back. And you know what? Delicious. Delicious, my guy, Evan. And I got Texans football today. What we're going to do while y'all are shouting out the guys that y'all are looking at during this game, we also have a super chat menu on tap for you this game as well. So, if you want to join Evan on this football, Any super chat. We're going to go ahead. We're going to give this football away at the end of today's game, this Texans football. Evan McGinley, my SIG. Any super chat, any Venmo, you're getting your name on that, and you're getting a raffle ticket to win that football at the end of today's program. We also have $20. You'll get to meet my good buddy Andrew. A little chugging with the boys. A little chugging with the boys for a little 20.
I don't know about you, Chuggs, but I'm a little thirsty. Hopefully the chat helps us out a little bit.
A little thirsty. $50. We got some beer bongs loaded up. $200. I'll do a boot. That's 3 beers, 1 glass. Fastest person this side of the Mississippi. Noah says fit chugs in the H-Town. You know what it do. You know what it do. These are our super chat menu for today, and obviously, we like to have fun here. You don't have to super chat. It's not a prerequisite. We do appreciate it. It's like tipping your waiter. But our stream's open to any and every single person. I only have 3 rules. 1, ELE, everybody love everybody, respect everybody in the chat. 2, hit that like button. And 3, let's get loud. Let's have fun in the chat. Be active, comment, like. Make sure you share the video if you can and just help us out. If you can't super chat, that's all good. But at least do those couple things to help out the channel if you could, because we're going to bring you free watch parties all year long. Jacob Collects, King Javier, Sherry, good morning from Belize. Good morning, Sherry Williams. How we feeling? How we feeling as I bring on my Robin to my Batman, my crypto dog to my Superman. Whatever sidekick you need, it's my guy AC. How we doing?
Absolutely. Good morning, everyone, or good afternoon, depending on where you're taking this game in from. But I'm fired up to be back on Texans again, second week in a row, and looking to see what these guys can do. Like we said, it's some people think the preseason is not important, but this is where the true diehards, where all the real ones really lock in and look and see what kind of guys on the back end of the roster can really show you something in week 3 here. Cut down days coming up, like you said, video coming out next week.
Yeah, so we're going to be bringing you everything leading up to roster cut down day. And I see, Jeremiah, that was going to be the number 1 question. Any more news on Joe Mixon? So we'll get into that. We'll get into Joe Mixon. We'll get into what you need to watch for during today's game in just a moment. If you have more questions, make sure you can also super chat. Ask us whatever questions you'd like. We'll get into Joe Mixon here in a second. Bob loves meatballs. Thanks for rocking and rolling with us in the chat. Let me know, though, shout out your city. Where are you watching from? I know Texans fans, they're far and wide. They span all over the nation. Not even all over the nation, all over the globe. So if you want to let us know where you're watching from. I'm from Houston. I was born and raised South Houston in Clear Lake, Friendswood area, League City. Those are my stomping grounds. I went to Clear Lake High School. Andrew, let the crowd know where you at.
Yeah, so I am a native New Yorker. I think we touched on this last week a little bit on the stream.
I'm walking in.
Forget about it. So, yeah.
He grew up under Times Square.
Exactly. The tunnels underneath the city, they're real. They're not just a myth. So,
oh, yeah?
Subway gets a little crowded. You just kind of take a little shortcut underneath, walk under the city, and get where you need to go.
There you go. There you go. And we actually also have a special thing here for my man Andrew. I have my normal beer bong equipment. It's a merbonga. It's a mermaid. You pour it in here and you drink it out this side. Oh, did I not bring it in? Oh, maybe I forgot to bring it in.
All right, hold on. I'll go grab it.
We got something special for Andrew. He'll get it in a moment. Aaron says, League City in the house. How we doing? Back card. Jeremy, what year did you graduate? 2015. It's actually my 10-year reunion this weekend, but I'm not going.
Yeah, I mean, there's nowhere else you'd rather be but here with all the Texans real ones watching preseason football. So hopefully, if they're smart, they'll tune into the stream from the reunion and get some Texans fans locked in on Texans football.
Noah says, say hi to Donatello for me in those tunnels.
Absolutely. Next time I run into him, I'll let him know. I have to put on my little mask there and have a moment with him.
Here we go. We got Mr. Blue says, go Bills. Okay, Mr. Blue. Corey says, been chilling, but watch your last 4 videos last night to catch up. No, you're good, bro. I appreciate the support. Anytime you watch a video, I appreciate that. We got Danny from Laredo. Jakias is repping H-Town. Sherry says Houston Texans all the way. Here we go. Gonna have a great day today. Great day to have a great day. And like I said, a lot of storylines, a lot of stuff that we got to look at in today's program during today's game. And I put 5 positions up of basically what we got to be watching. What positions do we have to look at for our Houston Texans, for this roster, while we're kind of watching this last preseason game? I don't expect many of the starters to play. I already saw CJ Stroud really not dressed out for warmups. He was signing autographs on the side, so Stroud's obviously not playing. Yeah. The starters aren't expected to play. I don't think really any of them are expected to play, so we'll see how that rolls. So these are the positions that you got to watch out for during today's game. Number 1, backup secondary, because if the Texans add either in free agency or via a trade or any, looking at the waiver wire and seeing what other teams cut, I think they're going to add somebody in the secondary. I think they like what they have in Jalen Smith as the 3rd cornerback, but behind them, I don't know if they like their cornerback room with D'Angelo Ross, Arthur Mollett. They have, some guys on the back, Damon Arnett. I don't know if they love their options behind the first 2 guys in Jalen Smith. Miles Bryant has been kind of working all over. He's been going between secondary and corner. He's okay. He's a good fill-in guy, but there might be options to improve this secondary. Also, you look at the, safety room. You have Kalen Bullock, Jalen Petrie. You have CJ Gardner-Johnson. Will he be ready to go week 1? That's a big if question mark. We'll have to see how he progresses and if he's able to come back for that week 1 matchup up against the Rams. And then behind them, you have MJ Stewart. You have Yeast. You signed Jalen Mills. The safety room could be, upgraded a little bit as well. So I think that is definitely a spot that you're going to have to be looking at during this game. How well are the Texans covering in the back end, and how good are these corners looking? Tremon Smith as well. Another guy who I don't know how much they really like his special teams ability. I don't know how much they like him as a guy to go out there and play cornerback for you. Another position, running back. And I know the main question is going to be Joe Mixon. It's going to be, I'm worried about Joe Mixon. And let me know straight up. We got 150 people in the chat. 1, hit that like button. Let's get to about 50, 60 likes. Go down there and hit the like button if you can. But 2, let me know in the chat. Scale it 1 to 10. How worried are you about Joe Mixon? 1, you're not worried at all. 10, you're getting close to hitting that panic button, because I think a lot of people are worried around the Joe Mixon injury. And I get it. There's a lot of misinformation out there. There's a lot of people that are telling you Joe Mixon could be out the entire season. Joe Mixon could be, miss this or that. The reality is, a month ago, he was working out, showing workout videos. Yeah, could there have been something that happened in between? Sure, but I think if you look at what the Texans do, if you look at, how they've played with their guys that are injured, they slow play it. They don't rush guys back. And I will continue to say, remember last season, before that Colts week 1 game, all throughout training camp, Joe Mixon didn't practice. Now, he had a different injury. It was a hamstring injury. But Mixon didn't practice. And then what did he do? He practiced like the week of leading up to that Colts game in week 1 last year and proceeded to absolutely torch that Colts defense. I believe he went off for more than 150 yards through the air and on the ground combined. So I wouldn't be surprised if Mixon has to miss maybe 1, 2, maybe 4 games. I don't think it's as serious as some people online will try to make it out to be or try to play it up to be. You look at all the fantasy football guys. All the fantasy guys are telling you, oh my God, don't touch Mixon. He could be out X amount of time. From what I've heard from the people I've talked to and all the information that I have, I would say you're looking at 2 to 4 games, maybe. And he could even be back for week 1. I'm holding it to, obviously we have this week off. No football this week. This next weekend, it's great college football though slate. Got Texas versus Ohio State.
Absolutely. Week 0 this week, and then week 1 next week
Yeah.
is absolutely loaded on that Saturday, starting with that Texas-Ohio State.
Texas-Ohio State, that's going to be a great game. But when you need to look at Joe Mixon, is that next week. So if that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday leading up to the Rams game, if he's not practicing, then that's a big if. I wouldn't look at the 53-man roster cutdown day because they're going to manipulate that. They're going to play with it as much as they can, putting guys, on the 53, taking them off, putting them on PUP, putting them on short-term IR, all these different kind of avenues that teams use to kind of stash players, to kind of mess around with the roster configuration and add more guys. You'll see a lot of that. So I wouldn't look at that as an indicator, obviously, unless they put him on short-term IR. Then he's missing at least the first 4 games. But besides that, I wouldn't put an indicator on that on whether or not he'll be ready to go week 1. What do you have to say, Andrew?
Yeah, I would say teams are going to be secretive and vague about the injuries right now. There's no reason to let your week 1 opponent know how your best player, your starting running back is doing. You don't want to give them any sort of advantage in the game plan. So I wouldn't worry about what he's doing and what he's not doing right now. I would pay attention, like you said, as it gets closer to that week 1 game. Does he start ramping up practice? What does it look like? Who's getting those reps? And yeah, or obviously any sort of roster move, IR move would be a more significant update on Joe Mixon or anyone else. But I would say panic level low right now.
Yeah, I'm at a 4 right now. I'm somewhere in the middle. Like, obviously, you'd like for him to be healthy. Like, I wouldn't give it a 1 unless I knew that he was 100% ready to go week 1.
Yeah, I mean, especially with a veteran like Joe Mixon, they're not going to overwork him in practice. They know he's ready to go. They know he doesn't really need those reps. So, that's not uncommon for if a guy's banged up to just kind of slow play in the preseason.
Yep. Let's go to the next one. I'm going to look at the offensive tackles in this game because obviously the starters aren't playing. I wonder if Ursery, I would say Howard's probably out. Cam Robinson coming back from injury. I don't expect them playing him in this game either. Blake Fisher, I'm looking at you. I'm looking at Zach Thomas, Austin Deculus, Connor McDermott as well. Some of those guys at the tackle spot, I'm really interested to see how that pans out because I think the interior is pretty much settled between Laken Tomlinson, Jake Andrews, and then I think they either go with Ed Ingram or Juice Scruggs, maybe leaning Ed Ingram. We'll see if the interior offensive line starters play. I'm interested to see if Jake Andrews is not playing today, then he is your week 1 starter. Laken Tomlinson, I think, is your week 1 starter at left guard. And then Ed Ingram and Juice Scruggs, like I said, battling at that right guard spot. So I'm really interested to see the tackles, though, on how they play, especially Blake Fisher.
Would you say, obviously, offensive line a little bit of an issue for the Texans last year? Would you say this is the most important swing position group on the roster heading into this season?
Oh, yeah. The offensive tackle spot right here. The offensive tackles. This offensive line will be a barometer on how well the Texans improve this year. I asked the chat, that's the live poll. Do you believe the team can be better than last year? Do you think this Texans team this year, as constructed, is better than the Texans squad that they put on the field last season? And 95% have said yes so far.
Okay. I mean, that's always what you want. Caserio has had a good history of making good moves, upgrading the roster.
Yeah.
So he turned a lot of attention to the offensive line this offseason. And, history says anything, that'll be a better position group this year with the attention put on it. So, obviously, a lot of changes. But
I really think this offensive line, even though on paper, there's nobody on this team right now that I think is as talented as Laramie Tunsil was. But still, you might have improved by adding guys like a rookie in Ariante Ursery, which they just keep on singing his praises right now. I think you got 2 of me up right now. I was like, oh. I like Ariante Ursery and what he brings to the table. He's like a nonsense guy. Connor, Jeremy, this is Heather. Hi, you look cute. Thank you, Connor and Heather. Thank you so much for supporting. But yeah, I think the offensive line unit as a whole and the scheme that being brought over by Nick Caley is really going to improve this team leaps and bounds from last year.
Definitely. I mean, talking about Ursery specifically, a rookie tackle, that's not an easy position to acclimate to the NFL. So if they're singing his praises, he's picking it up quick. That's even more impressive than almost any other position other than maybe quarterback to step in and be ready to go week one. I mean, that's a really promising sign from the rookie. And then you kind of hit on fantasy a little bit before with Joe Mixon. I'm in quite a few fantasy leagues. I was hitting some prep yesterday, looking at some rankings online, and I was surprised to see C.J. Stroud down a little further on those lists. I think one of them even had him in the 20s. This was a guy who you think would coming out of his rookie year was kind of fringe top 10 quarterback in the NFL, and I kind of want to group it in with this offensive line because we think that was really the big reason as to why he had a statistical regression last year.
I will say, my sleeper for the Texans this year in fantasy, if you're drafting, if you're looking like, okay, like obviously Nico Collins is, I think in most leagues going in the first 2-3 rounds. The sleeper though, Christian Kirk. Yeah. Christian Kirk, you can get him in the mid to later rounds a lot of the time. I think he's going to have a good season.
Yeah, I mean, you look at that's a guy with a history of a lot of production. Even when he went over to Jacksonville, his first year there was pretty strong, and then kind of new system in there. Brought in Brian Thomas, kind of took a lot of his reps away. I would say definitely a sleeper pick, a guy who people are forgetting about. I would say, and who's capable of putting up those big numbers.
Oh yeah. Let's go to the next position group that I have that we need to watch out for in this game. Talked about backup secondary, running back, offensive tackle, wide receiver 6. I put out a video yesterday morning on the channel talking about, they already traded Metchie, but are they a lock to keep the 7 receivers that I think all Texans fans are thinking like they might keep, right? All the 7 top guys on their roster. We know it's going to be Nico Collins, Christian Kirk, the 2 rookies, and Jaden Higgins, Jalen Knoll. We know those 4 guys. Those 4 guys are locks. And then past them, we have Braxton Berrios, Justin Watson, and Xavier Hutchinson. I think out of those 3 guys, Xavier Hutchinson is the safe 5th guy. And then I'm looking at Justin Watson and Braxton Berrios. Braxton Berrios brings you more special teams help. He helps you out in terms of, being somebody who can, return punts, return kicks. Justin Watson might be the better overall receiver. And I threw out, if they already traded Metchie, would they be willing to trade one of those guys, either a Berrios or a Watson, for a 7th-round pick? Because if a team needs a punt returner, if they need a punt returner wide receiver, especially if Jalen Knoll, the rookie out of Iowa State, is able to take up some of those duties. He did a lot of the punt returning during training camp the first 2 preseason games. Maybe somebody like a Berrios or a Justin Watson becomes dispensable.
I would say especially maybe even like if another team has a similar roster crunch at a different position, swapping a kind of back end of the roster guy. What's a position you think the Texans could target if they were looking to make a swap with someone like Berrios for a team that needed a punt returner?
For a swap like Berrios,
just similar situation. Team maybe has a crunch at a certain position.
I think the only position I could think of now, they were rumored to maybe be looking at Brian Robinson Jr. I've heard mixed reports on that, on if they were actually in on Brian Robinson Jr. or if they were just seeing, testing the waters to say, hey, just wondering like what would the compensation have to be like to get a guy like that? Because I think Brian Robinson Jr. went for a steal whenever he was traded to the San Francisco 49ers.
Absolutely. Starting caliber back, 6th-round pick, great value.
So maybe running back, maybe backup secondary would be the 2, like either a safety or a corner would be the 2 spots that I think the Texans would look at. Tight end, I think they're good with the 3 that they have now after they traded for Harrison Bryant. They also have Cade Stover and Dalton Schultz. I think they're good on there. And surprisingly, I don't think maybe an offensive tackle, but I actually think the Texans, weirdly enough, out of all the positions I just named, I think the Texans feel comfortable with what they have at the offensive line and the additions they made. They have Cam Robinson as a tackle, Titus Howard, and Ariante Ursary. Those are 3 starting caliber tackles that they have. They also have Jake Andrews and Jarrett Patterson. I think they feel comfortable with either of those guys starting at center. And then Laken Tomlinson, Juice Scruggs, and Ed Ingram, I think they feel confident with those 3 guys, either of them starting at guard. So I think they feel pretty confident with the offensive line. Maybe some offensive tackle help depending on Blake Fisher. I do think they keep Blake Fisher on the roster. I don't think they're cutting ties with him just yet. But, I mean, maybe DeMeco saying this is a no-nonsense offseason. He already went ahead and let his friend go, and Bobby Slowick, who was the former offensive coordinator, they were good friends. He brought him over with him from the San Francisco 49ers. I think maybe he's just like, you know what? I'm not playing that this year.
Yeah, I mean, this would be a depth-type move, and you kind of just hit at – you obviously lost Tunsil on the O-line, but a lot more depth than last year. That would seem to be the target. You said 3 starting caliber tackles, a solid swing tackle ready to step in. So, O-line seems to be beefed up and ready to go for the season.
I'm excited. And then lastly, linebacker. Now, we've seen the reports the starters aren't playing today, but I do wonder at linebacker what that means for the starters. I think Azeez Al-Shire won't play today. Will we see Henry To'oTo'o? Will we see, EJ Speed? Will we see Christian Harris? I don't know. It's going to be really rubber meets the road for guys like a Nick Neiman, Jake Hansen, Jamal Hill, who I have him at the very end of the depth chart. I might have to change that because he's had an excellent training camp, offseason, preseason, everything since the end of last year's season for the Texans. He's looked good. He's been in the gym. He's been working, getting better each and every single day, and it's really showed in this training camp and preseason. Maybe Jamal Hill as well. But I'm looking at the linebackers to see, beyond maybe 4. Do they keep 5? Do they keep 6 linebackers on this roster? D'Angelo Jordan says all starters first 4 downs. See, I wish C.J. Stroud already confirmed out, though. C.J. Stroud already confirmed out. So, there we go. Here we go. And a quick reminder, before we get into some more fun, here's some fun for you. Today's show is brought to you by our friends over at Prize Picks. Preseason football is almost over, folks. And college football is here, so don't miss any of the action this season on Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the easiest way to play daily fantasy sports, and it is the #1 daily fantasy sports app in the U.S. of A. Available in 45 states. Go check them out today. If you're wanting, hey, Jeremy, what's a lineup that you might want to play? This is my season-long projections lineup. C.J. Stroud, Joe Mixon, Nico Collins. I'm taking the over. And then Trevor Lawrence, I'm going the less. The more on Nico Collins, Joe Mixon, and C.J. Stroud, and the less on Trevor Lawrence. So you can use my picks or you can make your own. Do your lineup over on Prize Picks today. Download the Prize Picks app and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Go ahead and get started with Prize Picks. Run your game. And as we're getting started, as we're getting ready for today's game, a quick reminder, if you want to get a little wet and wild, Andrew said he's getting a little thirsty. Any Super Chat or Venmo, you're getting a raffle ticket. We're sending out this Texans football today. Everybody that sends in a Super Chat, we're signing this boy. Also, Sherry, I appreciate it. And you know what? I'll go ahead and I will add Sherry onto the football. Our mod, a real one. Shout out to Sherry. She absolutely kills it every time as the mod. I appreciate you so much.
Shout out to Sherry, man. Evan was getting a little lonely on that football over there. Need a little company. So.
$20 chugging with the boys. We got Happy Dads on tap. So we got that all good to go. Oh, if you want to go grab the Whataburger cup. We also have our new guy from New York, so I thought it'd be fun maybe making him do some Whataburger chugs. I got him a little Whataburger cup to welcome him to the great state of Texas, the best state in the world. And he'll be doing a Whataburger cup chug, $50. We got beer bongs on tap, and then $200. That is 3 beers in 1 glass. Boot time. Fastest this side of the Mississippi. I got you covered. Oh yeah, let me see that. Got him a little Whataburger cup. So maybe AOC can do a little Whataburger chug at some point today. Here you go. There we go. There we go. D'Angelo!
There we go. D'Angelo coming right in.
My guy, D'Angelo. And you know what? Since he's sitting on a 5, type H if you want to get your name on the football. I'm going to put a couple more names on this football. Let's get it going. Let's get it rocking. I see Lando Slat. I see Mater's Workshop. D'Angelo again. Let's go. My guy, D'Angelo Jordan. Here we go. Getting it saucy. And Sherry again. You know, I'm going to put some more names on here. Julia Ford, you're getting on the football. Jakias, I got you. Here we go.
You missed it. We got D'Angelo
Lando.
again.
And then let's go. Swarm City said my first stream. All right, Swarm. Let's go. Let's go. Sherry with the 5 as well. Y'all are absolute real ones. Krautsky. Hey, Krautsky, we just sent over your CJ Stroud jersey, so you should be getting that sometime soon. I have the my wife still needs to make the Yeti for who won the Yeti? I think it was
I forget what that thing's called, like the engraver or
she has a Cricket.
That's what it is. Yes, my sister used to make stuff for my nephew with that thing all the time.
Oh yeah, the Cricket goes hard. Oh, maybe it was on. Hey, Mater, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I had it in my messages. Who won the Savage Henry won the jersey. Lee Garza. That's who it was. Lee Garza. Krautsky, can you put me on the ball? Of course, Krautsky, I got you. Krautsky watching all the way from Germany. I appreciate you. There we go. Let me know in the chat. Predict the score of Texans Lions. Actually, my wife made this shirt that I'm wearing for me. The little Texans Today polo.
Shout out. Why don't you give her a little name drop? Shout out in the chat.
Shout out my wife, Danny. She might or might not be watching. I don't know. We'll have to see.
Texans Today, real one.
Let's go. So practice, who you think won? I know our defense special teams won. From what I was told, obviously it's practice. It was a knockout, drag-out fight back and forth between the two sides. I was told the practice was back and forth the entire time. Will Anderson Jr. was putting in work. Danielle Hunter was putting in work. The Lions defense was absolutely running around there. They looked pretty good at times. Our offense, from what I was told, our offense started good, was kind of rough in the middle, and then ended good. our defense somewhat, similar, where it was started off was good throughout the practice and then ended on a So from what I was told, it was a, back and forth affair. And that's kind of what we saw. Remember, the Texans played the Lions this past year, and the Lions won on a last-second field goal.
I remember watching that game. That was the Goff 5 interception game, I believe.
Yeah, it was rough. The Goff 5 interception game was absolutely rough. Lil TJ, the starters will not be playing. The starters will not be playing today. I don't know at what extent, if it's going to be I know the main stars are not going to play, so you won't see CJ Stroud, Nico Collins. You probably won't see Christian Kirk. Most of the O-line. Defense, I don't think you'll see Stingley or Lassiter, which I'm okay with because I want them to be healthy for week 1. I want to be as healthy as possible going into week 1.
Yeah, they've gotten plenty of reps to this point. Kind of use it as a little extended bye week. Get some practice reps in, but you want those guys to be fresh before and heading into week 1. You've knocked the rust off a little bit like we talked about last week with some preseason action for those starters. Don't mess around. Don't get anyone hurt. Just gear up for week 1 and give these guys a chance to show what they got in week 3.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I agree. All right, so we are, what is it, about 20 minutes till kickoff. I'm pumped. I'm ready to go. If you're ready, go down and hit that like button. I have a deal for everybody. If we can get to 100 likes and somebody sends in a $5 super chat, I'll go ahead and do a beer bong to start off today's show.
Yeah, and while we're getting people liking that, we've asked them to predict the score. What are you thinking today? What do you think the score is going to turn out to be in this Texans line?
If I had to guess the score for today's game, that's a toughie. Score for today's game, I'm probably going Texans 28, Lions 17.
Texans 28, Lions 17. Okay, and
Give me that.
You think it's close, and then the Texans kind of pull away with a TD late in the fourth there, or you think it's going to be?
I think the Texans dominate, and we go with a garbage time touchdown for the Lions.
Okay, so sizable lead, and then just kind of making it a little better at the end there from the Lions, 28-10 to 17 in the fourth.
And for those of my homies that are out here watching, I know some of y'all are also college football week 0 starts today. I do have it up right here. Iowa State, Kansas State. Iowa State leads 7-0 early on, almost the end of the first quarter, but Kansas State is driving. It is rainy out there, very rainy in Dublin, Ireland. And Kansas State is on the attack. They are at the 20-yard line right now.
I was going to say not great news for our guy Brett, but if Kansas State's driving, then pretty good news. If you guys aren't familiar with our boss Brett, big Kansas State guy, so I'm sure he's tuned in, locked in on that game.
I mean, Mr. Wright, if you wanna donate, and then I can FaceTime you and you can do a beer bong. I mean, whatever you want to do, man. Davis Mills needs some work. I think we're good with Davis Mills. I think Davis Mills looked good. He looked good in that first preseason game. This past week was okay. I feel confident in Davis Mills. If he needs to start 1 or 2 games, I feel good with him being a backup for this team.
That was exactly what I was going to ask. I mean, hopefully CJ, nothing happens to him. But if
Knock
Davis
on
needs
wood.
to come in and start, what would your confidence level be? So you feel like he's good? I mean, he's got to be one of the more experienced in terms of playing time backup quarterbacks in the league.
Has 2 seasons of starting experience.
Yeah, so that's what you want from your backup. You want a guy who can come in and play, and you know it. You don't have to worry about it. He's not unproven as a backup QB. Has that starting experience. So, and now a veteran really in the NFL. So, important position.
And I think I saw a list and I thought it was so bogus of they had him ranked as the 20th best backup in the NFL. And it was by FanDuel or something like that. Absolute BS. Absolute BS.
Yeah, I don't know who they would put over him, but I have a hard time putting a rookie backup or a guy who hasn't really shown that he can play over a guy like Davis Mills who has like you said, that experience playing in the NFL.
And it's mostly guys who just showed out in the they have Tanner McKee above him for the Eagles, and even though he's looked really good in the preseason, no regular season experience. Like he's played like 1 or 2 games maybe in the regular season.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
yeah.
I don't know.
That's a tough argument to make. It's a hypothetical. Give me the guy who's shown that he can go out there and it belongs in this league as an NFL QB.
D'Angelo said Pierce getting a touchdown today. I'd be down for it. I want to see the rookie. I'm agree with Houston Texan fan. I want to see the rookies show out. I want to see Jalen Knoll, Jaden Higgins. Let me know. Who are you watching for in this game? The starters not playing? What backups are you looking at to really show out in today's game? Let me know down in the chat who y'all are looking at. 16 likes away. 16 likes away from 100. Let's get there. Special teams from Dark Tooth. Let me know. What position are you looking at? I get a little hydrated today. Shout out to our mods again. These bots are absolutely ridiculous right now.
They're on it. Every time I turn my head, it's someone's out there cleaning it up. So they're the real ones out here, making sure that everyone can enjoy the chat and it stays bot free.
Lando Slat says Woody. Jamal Hill from Kim Dog. Woody from Danny. Julia says
Jacob Johnson there, little fullback action. I know you're big on the fullback.
Jakob Johnson. Krotsky might be a fan because I think Jakob Johnson's from overseas.
Okay, all right. So
I know he's from Europe. He might be from Germany actually.
Let's go check on that.
He might be from Germany. I know he's from a European. My guess would be either Germany or France.
German football fullback. Yep.
He is. Krautsky's like, oh yeah, we're going for Jakob.
Stuttgart, Germany.
There we go.
High school in Florida, college in Tennessee.
Okay. He's looked good. He's been the Texans fullback. I've been full on team. Bring back the fullback. I see Jalen Smith, the third cornerback from Houston Texans fan. I'm gonna be looking at the secondary in Jalen Smith because they really want him to be that backup cornerback for Stingley, for Lassiter on the outside. They've even kind of moved Lassiter around at some of the nickel as well.
That's another good thing to do in preseason is develop that versatility, cross-train guys at a few different positions, whether it's outside corner to inside corner. You have offensive line, guard, tackle, sometimes guard, center. Just get those reps in case they need to go in that position during the season because of, again, knock on wood, injury or anything like that. They're ready to go. It's not the first time they're doing it. And you can practice reps at those positions, but you can't simulate that game situation. So that's exactly what the preseason is for. There's a lot of people that want to take away the preseason and try and add more regular season games. What's your opinion on that? I know they're trying to get to, I think, 18 at some point probably and take away preseason game.
I'd be okay with it if they decided to do just joint practices instead and let the fans go to that, like at the arena. Like if they wanted to do instead of a preseason game, do a joint practice, which
I think people would like that. You're going to see this more of the starters action instead of some of these backups. Kind of get a little taste of that competitive juice. That it may honestly have more intensity than a preseason game if you get a joint practice with fans.
Dude, I mean, I think people would like that a little bit more, and also being able to see like what it's like being at like the practice and seeing like stuff like that rather than like third, fourth stringers going at it like this. I mean, that's just me personally. As Kansas State scores, Avery Johnson 10-yard rush. Kansas State ties it up.
Why don't while Chuggs is giving those college football updates, why don't we get in the comment section? Who's your college football team? Put it down in the chat, and
Do you have a college
let's see if we got
football
any
team?
rivalries. So I went to University of Delaware undergrad, who just actually moved up to the FBS from the FCS, first season in the FBS. So hopefully that goes well for them. My dad, both his brothers went to Virginia Tech, so I grew up rooting for the Virginia Tech Hokies.
Oh, a little Inner Sandman.
Yeah, and that's electric. I've been to Lane Stadium out in Blacksburg about 5 or 6 times to games growing up, so
That's sick.
the environment's awesome. And then, yeah, pretty much those two, I would say. Growing up, I went to Delaware. Obviously not major high power, but I will say you mentioned that Ohio State-Texas game. I'm on Texas. I'm pulling for Texas week 1.
Hell yeah. I don't, but I've been playing with UH on NCAA a lot. Yeah, I went to the University of North Texas. Let's go Mean Green. Maybe they're the Boise State of this season.
Okay, yeah, you never know. There's that spot for a kind of group of 5 mid-major team to get into the playoffs. So
wow, and then we can go to this. We're also 3 likes away from 100, and I'll go ahead and. Our Lions guy's talking shit right now. He said he's at 66. I sent you a group text, but yeah, our Lions guy's talking shit right now because he looked over and he's like, "Wow, seems like a lit watch party. Only $22 in supers."
Can't believe that. Come on,
Bro.
don't let the Chat Sports Lions channel. Don't let them talk that. Come on.
Can you turn one of the weigh-in twos into a sub battle for me real quick? Or I mean a
Sure.
super battle?
Yeah, let me get in on that,
Yeah.
and I'll push this for anyone who's new to the channel.
We have a Lions channel right now. He's live as well. And yeah, absolute blasphemy. All right, and I said if we got to 100 likes, I'll do a $5 beer bong. So if somebody sends in a 5, we're partying. If somebody sends in a 5, we're going down. Yeah, dude. I'm like, bro, get out of here. Bro, 2 years ago, he was crying. He was at 66. Lions talk. Angel said he'll subscribe if I chug one. $5 super chat. I got a beer bong loaded up. Let's go. Dark Tooth says, cheers, Chugs. Cheers to my guy, Dark Tooth. I can't lose to our Lions guy, though. Condition Base says, bong it. Let's go. Make sure you subscribe. Videos every day. We're going to have more live watch parties. And for the start of the regular season, we're going to do weekly lives as well. I believe we're going to try to do it on Wednesdays. If y'all are down, let me know. Would y'all be down for a weekly live show on Wednesdays just to do like a Q&A, talk about the team, talk about stuff going on around the squad? Let me know, yes or no, if you'd be down to maybe have a weekly live show on Wednesdays. I was thinking that day might be good. Here we go. Cheers to y'all. I'm trying to figure out kind of the time and, what day of the week. I was thinking Wednesdays at like 4. Wednesdays at 4. Let me know if there's any objections to that. Ooh. As we are slowly but surely creeping up on that Lions channel. Over 200 people rocking and rolling in the chat. Thank you to each and every single one of y'all who's clicked into today's video. Excuse me. Needed that. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you could, go down and like the video. Over 200 people watching, 120 likes so far. Pretty good numbers. But I know they could be a little bit better. Make sure you hit that like button. If you could, share today's video. And above all, let's have some fun. Let's have a good time. Let's all relax. Kick our shoes off. Let's chill. Just a bunch of guys, dudes being dudes, chilling. People at the tailgate. We're all relaxing, maxing, all cool. Shooting some b-ball outside of the school. We're all chilling. Joey Elite says, hi, Jeremy. What's up, Joey? How we feeling? King Javier says, let's go Texans. Hell yeah. Corey Simmons, last week was a good dude. I had a great time last week for that Panthers watch party. Good time. Had a great time. And here we go. We got it's us. Just change it to super. Oh yeah. Here we go. We are currently in a super chat battle with our Lions channel. They're up by 33 right now. I'll say this. The game starts in 5 minutes. If we can surpass them in 5 minutes, would you be down to do your first Whataburger chug of the day?
Absolutely. If we can tie them, surpass them, I'm in. Give me the Whataburger chug. I'm in Texas. We're doing Texans. It's just right.
You got to hit a Whataburger chug every now and then.
Absolutely. I'm ready for it. I want to do it. Please have me do the Whataburger chug.
I do have a question for you as an East Coaster.
Okay.
I did see that White Castle is starting to slowly move into Texas.
Okay.
Is it worth it? Is it good? Is it bad?
I would say White Castle is one of those situational places. I would say if you're looking for just a casual dinner, maybe not where you want. But if you've had a good night out with your friends or your wife or anyone else, and you're kind of looking for that late night craving, White Castle's your place.
Yeah. Okay. So not as good as Whataburger.
Yeah, it's just different, I would say. Like, Whataburger, I would say, is more comparable to, like, a typical fast food, like, bigger chain, like a McDonald's or a Burger King or something like that. White Castle is really – most people are hitting that late at night.
Okay. Whataburger has lines out the you-know-what at, like, 2 a.m.
Okay.
They've got them long lines from time to time, but
it may be tough to get that foothold in Texas then if that's because that's the White Castle market. That's what they do best is that kind of late night. They have this I forget what it's called, but it's kind of just like a box of sliders. You usually split it with like 4 people. You get like a huge box, like 30 sliders. That's the go-to move at White Castle.
Okay. Got to check it out.
Yeah.
Got to check it out. All right, we are very close to kickoff here. We are, 3 minutes away? So if you could, go down, spam those H's in the chat if you're ready for some Texans football as we are getting locked and loaded, ready to go. Last preseason game of the year, and then we are almost there. We are so close. We're so close to real football. I can taste it. Carson with the $2 super chat. Appreciate you, my guy. Let's go. Krautsky. Oh, and Dre. I think we're there. We did. We got there. Let's go! Spam those H's if you're ready to go. Krautsky, Carson, and Dre got us there.
Shout out to all the real ones, Texans today.
Tame those Lions, baby. Let's go. I'm putting some names on here as well on this football. Carson and Dre, you're going on. Type H if you want to get on there. I see Derek Peterson as well.
Shout out to our boy Krautsky, everyone. Here we go. Oh.
Girl. Shout out to our girl Krautsky.
My bad.
She's over in Germany. I made the same mistake as well.
But here we go. Let's tame those Lions.
Let's go. Let's freaking go. And Gunnery Sergeant as well. Hell yeah. All y'all getting in the raffle to win the football at the end of today's show as well.
We got Carson there. Chuggs the GOAT.
Hey, I do my best.
Dre helping us get over to that finish line.
D'Angelo Jordan with a couple. We got Sherry. We got condition base. Let's go. We are minutes to kickoff, and I'm pumped. One more time, don't have the starters in today's game, but I will say I'm excited to see some of these backups and see how this Texans team kind of cuts down this roster heading into roster cut down day.
Gunnery Sargent as well, coming in with a $4.99 $5 super chat.
Gunnery Sargent, let's go. You're getting on here. Gunnery Sargent.
I haven't heard anything from our Lions guy.
Oh, he said he's at 90. Okay. We're at 88. You're at 90. I see how you play. Our Lions guy. Not going out without a fight, but that's okay.
You know what? The real ones, we called them, and they showed up. So.
Hey, we're gonna win. We're gonna win the war.
Yeah. That's it. It's right now, that's how it is. It's a heavyweight fight. You get a punch, you get punched back. But the fight's early. We're in round 1, round 2. Still a lot of rounds to go.
Here we go. As we've got Texans football ready to kick off in Detroit. Dre with the 5. Let's go. Let's go. They're getting ready for kickoff there at Ford Field. I want to see the rookies show out. I want to see the rookies show out just a little bit.
We've talked about some of the draft picks, but do they have a UDFA to watch?
UDFA, maybe Junior Tafuna, the defensive tackle. Besides that, for UDFA watch.
I know that there was a lot of drafted rookies. Casario did a lot of wheeling and dealing on draft.
Notable Texans to be playing today. Dameon Pierce, Christian Harris will both be playing today. Dameon Pierce and Christian Harris will be playing. Xavier Hutchinson, Foley Futakasi, Davis Mills, Jalen Knoll, Tim Settle, Derek Barnett, Daria Gumbawale, Braxton Berrios, Justin Watson will all be suiting up and playing today. The first time we're seeing Christian Harris in a while. Who are you more excited to see? Christian Harris or Dameon Pierce for the first time this offseason? Who are you more excited to see? Christian Harris or Dameon Pierce? I'm Christian Harris. I've been hearing good stuff at camp. No starters playing, but Dameon Pierce and Christian Harris will both be playing. Dion said, hello from Belize. Let's go. Let's go, Dion. We out here.
Texans Today, global show, global reach.
Worldwide. And also, while we got people rolling in here, I also want to say very, very close to 33,000 subscribers. We're about 200 away. I want to hit it before the end of today's stream if we could. That would be clutch. Oh, yeah, numbers going up a little bit. There we go. We're a little bit more than 200 away, but if you're not subscribed, please do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button, 100% free. Free daily videos all year long. We were just saying we're going to do some weekly live shows coming for the regular season. I think on Wednesdays, tentatively. We'll see how the fan base feels about it. But free watch parties all year long, free videos, a ton of fun. We'll have giveaways all year long. And I think the best Texans community out there on YouTube. We have a great community of Texans fans here. We like to have a good time. We like to, root on our Houston Texans. So if that's something that interests you, if you want to be part of this Texans community, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, 100% free. As I just saw somebody hit it. Just went up a little bit.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, this is my second week in a row working on Texans, and it's got to be probably near the top, I would say, in Chat Sports in having the most real ones.
I agree. I agree. Just like my guy Pawn Shop. Let's go. And I think that helped us pass him again. Because he just messaged us at 100. We're at 103. Suck it, Micro. Let's go. My guy, Pawn Shop, you're getting on the football. Mark Morales.
The Texans today, real ones, are too quick.
Let's go.
As soon as I get them updated, they send in more.
Mark Morales, you're going on the football. Dre said New Mexico in the chat. How we doing? How we doing? As they're showing downtown Detroit. I wonder what side of 8 Mile the stadium's on.
Yeah, I don't know. We'd have to get a Bunny Rabbit out there to say how far away he is from Ford Field.
As we are just moments from kickoff here for this final preseason action. Almost 300 people in the chat. Make sure hit that like button. Let's light up the chat with those H's as we get ready for the start of this final preseason game. Reminder, roster cutdown day on Tuesday. I'll be bringing y'all a video as soon as that happens with the official Texans 53-man roster. Who's going to get cut? Who are they going to keep? We'll let you know. Quick reminder that today's episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. Preseason football, it's almost done. In college football, it is here. So get started with America's #1 daily fantasy sports app out there. All you have to do, pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections and watch the winnings roll in. Prize Picks, they invented the flex play, which means you can still cash out if your lineup isn't perfect. You can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. Here's my season-long projections for this year. So if y'all want to look at those, if y'all want to check them out, you can use those, or go ahead and make your own lineup over at Prize Picks. Download the Prize Picks app. Use code CLNS for $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS for $5 CLNS for $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Get started today with Prize Picks. Run your game. Here we go. Getting ready to kick it off. Lions going to get the ball first. Lions going to get the ball first. We're going to see this Texans defense. Dameon Pierce, we're going to see. I mean, come on. Let's go. The starters are not playing today, but we still have some big names that are suiting up for the Texans. Dameon Pierce. We've got Christian Harris. Look before you leap. Let's go. Dre with another super chat. Y'all are absolute real ones. Take a little bit more down. And we're off. There we go. Kick all the way to the 1 yard line, taken out by the Lions kick returner, and he brings it up the middle. He's wide open. Oh my God. Shoestring tackle at the 45-yard line. Not good coverage there by the Texans kickoff unit. It was caught at about the 1 yard line, and just the C's opened up over the middle. D'Angelo Ross missed the tackle, a shoestring tackle for the Texans, and it ends up at the 45-yard line for the Lions. Wow. Here we go. Lions setting up on offense. Single back formation. They got 2 tight ends on the left, 1 on the right. It's going to be a run up the middle. And oh my goodness, the Texans knifing in there. Who is that on the tackle? Foley Fudakasi. Absolutely stuffed him up the middle. What a play. Former Texas A&M legend, Kyle Allen, quarterbacking because the Lions starters are not in as well. Here we go. Shotgun formation, 2 on the left, 1 on the right. It's going to be another handoff right up the middle, and the Texans maybe let him get 2 or 3 yards. Tackled by a gang of guys, including Christian Harris. Number 48 was right there. And that brings up 3rd down. Spam those threes. Spam those threes. All right, here we go. Shotgun formation. Texans send a blitz. Kyle Allen going, and he's going to get sacked. Tommy Togai. Tim Settle in on the sack. What a play. It was a blitz where they sent Russ Yeast, Christian Harris, and they were just able to get after him. Great sack there, 4th down. Sweet. Now a 3 and out. The Texans offense going to get the ball to start and see if they can put some points on the board. Punt is away. Who is back there to return? Justin Watson. Oh. Are they going to say touchback? Oh, very close. Justin Watson. I don't know what he was thinking, but he let it hit down at the 5 or 6 yard line, and it was very close. I don't know if he should have tried to touch that. I don't know what Justin Watson was doing, but the defender was in the end zone when he touched the ball. So it looks like it's going to be a touchback. Atlas Mack, how we doing? The Texans offense is going to get right out there. Single back formation. Dameon Pierce in the backfield. Davis Mills, 2 tight ends on the right. Receiver on each side. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. Dameon Pierce moves around trying to find room and will only be able to find about 3 yards up the middle.
Watson, you got to be getting away and staying away from that ball.
Every team, whenever there's a situation like that, you have a word that you're supposed to yell to say, get away from the ball. Either, fire, fire, or Peter, 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 or something along those lines.
And, I mean, especially if he's trying to, in a battle with Berrios to win that punt returner job, not a great showing to start off the game there for him.
Yeah. 2nd and 7. Drop back. Xavier Hutchinson wide open over the middle. It's going to be a deep gain. Let's go of about 20 yards. Xavier Hutchinson has been impressing a ton. And actually, it's not Davis Mills who's starting at quarterback. It is actually not Davis Mills starting at quarterback. My bad. It is Graham Mertz, the rookie out of Florida, the starting quarterback for the Texans. Nice throw there to Xavier Hutchinson over the middle. Now we've got a little I formation. Jakob Johnson set to the right. Heavy set. It's going to be another rush up the middle for Dameon Pierce. And gain of about 4. Luke Lachey, the rookie tight end, couldn't keep his block there on the right side. Shoestring tackle there. In Lions territory, though. Good play. The Texans offensive line today. Right tackle, Zach Thomas. Right guard, Juice Scruggs. Center, Jarrett Patterson. Left guard, Jalen Thomas. And left tackle, Austin Deculus. All right, handoff up the middle. It's going to be gain of about 1.
Speaking of Mertz, is he safely QB3? Do you think he's headed for that practice squad spot?
Slovis had been playing better. Did you see what Brett just said?
Got it.
All right, here we go. 3rd and 6 for the Texans. Ball at the 50-yard line. It's going to be shotgun, and Jaden Higgins motioning across the formation. Mertz takes a snap, 3-step drop, looking, tries to run up the middle. He has some room, wide open, enough for a first down, and he slides for a Texans first down. Here we go. 1st and 10 for the Texans. I formation. Receiver on each side. It's going to be another handoff up the middle to Dameon Pierce. Jukes going left. Finds a little bit of a hole, but another 4-yard gain for Pierce. Nothing crazy, but Pierce has been finding his way around the offensive line, trying to find holes here and there. Great 3rd down run there by Graham Mertz, though. All right, here we go. 2nd down and 7. 2 wide receivers on the right side. 1 at the top of the screen is Justin Watson. Dameon Pierce on his right hip. Lions showing a blitz. It's going to be a handoff to Pierce up the middle, and he bowls over a defender. Close to a first down. Nice gain there, about 6 yards. Great play. 3rd and 1. What should they do? Run or pass? Type R for run, P for pass. What should they do? It's 3rd and 1. Here we go. Looks like they might run it here. I formation. It's a handoff up the middle to Pierce. He tries to jump over the line. I don't think he got it. From the spot that they're showing, it's not looking like they're going to give it to him. What should they do? Should they go for it or kick it? Oh, it's close. I don't think he got there. They're going to go for it on 4th and 1. Single back formation. Receiver on each side. 2 tight ends on the right. It's Dameon Pierce. They're going to hand it off to him again. And a flag on the play. I think it's going to be a false start. False start on the Texans. Just jumping before the play gets going. Now they're going to go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Kaimi Fairbairn. A 53-yard attempt. Kick is up. Or straight through the middle. It's good. Nice distance, too. That would have been good from around 60. Yeah. It should be It's not in that. Um, See if Sam or Jack or somebody is able to help you out real quick, just because. Yeah. Hey, they got the scoreboard working today. Last week it didn't work. It wasn't the best. Yeah, we got a brand new scoreboard system. Sorry, talking to my guy behind the scenes real quick. We're trying to figure it out. We have a brand new scoreboard system ready to go for this season. So I'm excited to get it going. Still working out some of the kinks, trying to make sure we're good to go on the system. King Javier Chuggs, are you excited for today's Raiders versus Cardinals game? Yes, except that it's at 9 o'clock at night. That's brutal. I wish it was at 7. Pierce didn't look too bad, that drive. Pierce didn't look bad whatsoever. Jahmyr Hutchinson with a great catch on that drive as well. Looking fantastic. Let me know, who's the player that you're looking out for in today's game? I think Jahmyr Hutchinson might be the wide receiver 3 or 4. Right there with Jaden Higgins. Noah says, when's the final cutdown day for us? It's on Tuesday. I'll be bringing you a video, and I will be giving you my 53-man roster projection probably tomorrow or on Monday. And then I'm going to go ahead and give you the actual roster cutdown whenever it happens on Tuesday. Noah says, if we take 7 wide receivers, who will it be? Well, it'll be the question of, do they keep 6 or 7? Because they're going to keep Nico Collins, Christian Kirk, Jaden Higgins, Jalen Noel. I believe Jahmyr Hutchinson is safe. So then it becomes either Braxton Berrios, Justin Watson, or you keep them both. But if they only keep 6, it's going to be either Braxton Berrios or Justin Watson. Mr. Robot says Irv Smith shouldn't make the team. He's somebody that really needed a good game today because they traded for Harrison Bryant. I don't know if they're keeping 4 tight ends. They might keep Gardner-Johnson as the 4th tight end and running back. Berrios has looked good during camp. That is true. All right, kick is away again, taken inside the 5-yard line, and a better tackle there. Flag comes in on the play, but tackled down at like the 33-yard line. It's going to be holding on the Lions. Back him up. Beep, 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 beep. Yeah, running back is going to be interesting to see who they keep and cut. Linebacker is going to be very interesting to me. I wonder what they do at those certain positions. All right, here we go. 1st and 10, ball at the 15 due to that holding penalty. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. And nice tackle there made. D'Angelo Ross, Arthur Maulette, and then Jake Hansen cleaning it up. Jared Goff was out there warming up, but not able to play today. He's not in his pads anymore. 2nd down and 9. It's going to be play action. Texans sending 4. Dump down over the middle. Oh, wow. Hansen just got juked out of his shoes by Reynolds. And that's going to be enough for a 1st down, about a 12-yard gain. Bad play there. I mean, the second unit for the defensive line is out there. Derek Barnett, Darrell Taylor, Foley Futakasi. They were putting in Tim Settle Jr. as well. Quick out route there. Completed and taken down by Jalen Smith, the rookie out of USC. If it's like a little bit, it's okay. Here we go. 2nd and 5. It's going to be a quick pass, a throw out to Reynolds, and he's going to gain about 8 yards. Tackled down by Derek Barnett. Yeah, somebody's got to stop this running back Reynolds. And remember, at joint practice on Thursday, it was a back and forth battle. It was back and forth for both sides. So I don't expect this preseason game to be anything different. Both these teams are battling out here. 1st and 10. It's going to be a run up the middle. Taken down by Casey Tuhill for a gain of 4 yards. Jalen Smith is good. They're obviously going to keep that rookie. But with some of the other guys in the secondary, I do wonder. 2nd down and 6 now. Kyle Allen back in shotgun. 2 receivers on the left. Texans playing very loose coverage. It's going to be a run, though. And going to be a gain of about 4. 3rd and short. Can they get off the field again? Can they get off the field again? Let's go.
Those threes in the chat. 3rd down.
Jake Hansen down on the play. Oh, not good for him. Jake Hansen down. Very sad to see for him. He's somebody who, I mean, he is fighting for his roster spot today. And to see where, you know, he's getting injured, he's going down, that sucks. Because he's battling Nick Neiman, a couple other guys for back into the roster spots. Oh, wow. If you want to throw up that new number, we are just going back. Just like I said, joint practice earlier this week was back and forth with the Lions. Us and our Lions channel right now is going back and forth. And I'll say this, I'll do whatever I need to win this battle. I can't lose to our Lions channel. They just are one upping us every other time.
Yeah, they're it's a heavyweight fight right now. You guys are showing out. They're showing
We're at
out.
115, by the way. There we go. We're close. Like I said, I've got a beer bong. If we get to 200 in total, I'll do the beer bong because I'm really trying to push the envelope. I want to beat our Lions channel. I want to beat our Lions channel bad. So if we get to 200 in total, I'll do the beer boot. 3 beers, 1 glass. We're willing to put our bodies on the line today. Yeah. Some more super chats to roll through real quick. Look before you leap. The Texans are going to be beasts this year. I agree. The defense especially. And then Dre with the $2 super chat. Appreciate you. Astronomical says, what's up, Chuggs? Can't wait for the start of the season. JP! Let's go! JP! J-Tex, deal. J-Tex, deal.
Is that allowed out here? We're making these side deals over here.
Hey, I told him I'd put my body on the line. J-Texas, I'll make something happen. I told y'all I'd do whatever it takes. Here we go. 3rd down. Completed over the middle. 1st and 10 now. At the Texans 45, and now it's going to be a run to the right side. Gain of about 7. Jake Hansen looks good. He's walking around. Run to the right side by Jacob Sailors. Tackled again by Foley Futakasi. All right, 1st and 10. It's going to be a handoff to the left side. Stutter step, and he finds a little bit of a lane. Wide open running room to the left side, and Reynolds finds another 1st down. A gain of about 5, 6. 6, 7. I don't know. I agree, Noah. For guys who are trying to make the roster, I want to see a little bit more fight out of this defense. 1st and 10, 2 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Shotgun. Allen unloads one down the left side. Caught. Touchdown on D'Angelo Ross. And Isaac Tesla's doing the worm in the end zone. That's what I was saying, guys. The backup secondary. Just a simple fade route. D'Angelo Ross cannot stick with him. He's too big. Catches it. Yeah. And he just hits the worm on you. Disrespectful. Disrespectful.
What's your favorite celebration? The worm is an interesting one. I'll give you that. The Lions are known to put a lot of thought into those.
Ooh, barely squeaked that extra point in. My favorite celebration, a classic one, the Arian Foster. That one always hit. Not really a celebration, but the Ray Lewis, the walkout, the
Ray Lewis dance is tough. That's electric.
Yeah.
You can't hate on that.
I agree. I mean, love it or hate it, you have to admit, tough. Pretty tough. You know what else is tough? Today's show is brought to you
by Prize Picks.
By Prize Picks. Maybe the toughest fantasy sports app out there. This episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. Preseason football, it's almost done, and college football is here. So don't miss any of the action this season on Prize Picks. Prize Picks is also the best way to get action in sports in more than 40 states, including Texas, Florida, and Georgia. All you got to do, pick 2 to 6 player stat projections, pick more or less, and watch the winnings roll in. For my season-long projections, I have a lot of mores for your Texans players. I got C.J. Stroud more in passing yards, more rushing yards for Joe Mixon, and I also went the more for receiving yards for Nico Collins. And because I'm a hater, I went with Trevor Lawrence, the less on his passing touchdowns. You can use those, or you can make your own lineup over at Prize Picks. Download the Prize Picks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Get started today with Prize Picks. Run your game. Yeah, not a good look for the Texans secondary. I'm tweeting the play out right now if you're not able to watch it. I just tweeted out the play. You can follow me at Jeremy Chuggs. I'll put that link in the chat for you.
It was an interesting Texans tweet. I think it was from you that right after that John Metchie trade, there was that clip of him winning one-on-one against Stingley in practice, and whether or not that was intentional, whether or not that was genuine, or maybe to try and create a little bit of a buzz on social media about John Metchie to boost that trade value.
I think it was just, for Metchie, the skill level was never a concern. Like in wide receiver drills, one-on-one and stuff like that, he's usually pretty good. Oh, nice return here for the Texans. Going past the 30, past the 40, all the way to the 50-yard line. What a return. Cornell Powell. No, that's Tremon Smith. The corner, Tremon Smith. What a return. Okay, down to about the 50-yard line. I like it. Now let's go score on them. Let's take it to them. Yeah, I think with Metchie, he's just a really good, talented player. I think that's what that was, and he beat Stingley on a couple reps. I don't think it was anything crazy. 1st and 10, shotgun formation. Mertz over the middle. Nice catch there by the rookie Jaden Higgins. 1st down, 13-yard gain over the middle. Love to see that. Mertz looking much better.
You mentioned Mertz and Slovis. Why do you think those guys were targets, you think, for the Texans to add to their roster? Like, what skill set do they bring that would fit this offense from Nick Haley?
I think both those guys are just very smart players, and I don't think it's necessarily they were looking for like anything in particular for this offense. I think a little pitch to the left side, 1-yard gain for Pierce. I think more or less they wanted guys who were smart and who could learn offenses on the fly for being on that practice squad. Because you have C.J. Stroud, you have Davis Mills, not necessarily looking for somebody who can start for this team. So then you're looking for somebody who can help out on the practice squad. And I think both those guys are really smart guys.
Absolutely. I think they both transferred in college, so showing the ability to learn a new offense, something that they could have been looking for, definitely, to get those
2nd and 8.
reps.
Play action. Mertz rolling to the right side. Pump fake, and he's going to dive for the 1st down, and he's going to get there. Great pickup by Mertz. 1st down again. What a play. And that's going to take us to the end of the 1st quarter. There we go. Into the 1st quarter. Marcus Williams, you get a shout out. Of course you do. And also, into the 1st quarter here, it's also halftime for that college football game as well. In Dublin, Ireland, between Kansas State and Iowa State. Good matchup there as well. There we go. Here's our Super Chat menu for today's show. Any super. I'm putting your name on the football. A ton of names already on that bad boy. We're going to raffle it off to somebody at the end of today's show. If you want to get a little crazy, $20, chugging with the boys. Me, Andrew, going to knock down some beers with you. $50, we're going to go ahead. Beer bong. He's got a Whataburger cup that he's doing his beer chugs out of. I've got, where is it? My little Merbonga here. And you know what? Let's change that to $100. I want to get crazy. $100, and I'll do the boot. That's 3 beers, 1 glass. I'm always down to get a little crazy. We're also battling our Lions channel right now. So I'd love to possibly beat our Lions channel. We're at 120. I believe they're at 128. So we're really close. We're really close. You think this game goes over 34 points total? Right now it's 7-3. I could see that. I could see it. Yeah, Albert, I agree. Need to cut Ross. He just like it. I don't trust him stepping in at the cornerback spot. I don't think he brings you a lot of, comfortability if he has to start any reps at outside corner. Hey, I'm trying to beat the Lions channel, though. I'm ready to get it rocking. We're only $8 behind them in our Super Chat battle, so if you want to help us beat our Lions channel, I don't want to lose to Micro Mike. I really don't. So if you want a chance to win this football, if you want to have a good time and help us beat the Lions channel, let's get it rocking.
For me and some of the other people in the chat who may not know, can we get the story behind the Micro Mike nickname?
Yeah, that's one you're gonna have to ask him. I actually don't think I fully know the extent of why he's known as Micro Mike.
All right. Well, we'll see if we can get that for the people so everyone can be informed here.
Mertz, out route to Jaden Higgins. Nice throw and catch there. A little 7-yard gain there. Fawnville, there we go. With the $10 super chat. My guy, putting us ahead of our Lions channel. That's what I like. Let's go. 2nd and 5. It's going to be a handoff up the middle to Woody Marks. Keeps those feet moving. And the Lions linebacker, little extracurriculars after the whistle. He is fired up. He's trying to make that squad. Yeah, this Stewart guy, he's also the guy who got the kick return to start it off. Linebacker and kick returner is a wild mix. 3rd and 2 now. What will the Texans do here? Mertz drops back, looks over the middle. Nice catch there by Harrison Bryant, the newest Texan. 88. Welcome to the team, Harrison. Also, Fawnville. There we go. 1st and 10. In the red zone. We are in the Prize Picks red zone, by the way. It's going to be a dump down to Woody Marks on 1st down, a little 5-yard gain. Reminder, we are in the Prize Picks red zone. Use code CLNS, $50 in lineups when you play a $5 lineup. That's code CLNS. I'll put that link in the chat for y'all right now. Here we go. 2nd and 4 for the Texans. Single back formation. Barrios motioning over. It's a handoff up the middle. Woody Marks makes a man miss. Prances in. Touchdown, Texans! What a run there. Woody Marks looked fantastic last game, and he just stutter steps, makes a man miss in the backfield, and prances in.
Woody Marks, back-to-back weeks, impressive performances. I mean, he's making a case to get a little bit of that carry share there with Joe Mixon, Nick Chubb. Texans, a lot of good options.
Let's go. What a play there by the Rook. Kick is up, kick is good for the extra point. Texans take the lead 10-7. Lando, you did call it. You said, I think you and 3 other people in the chat were all saying Woody Marks. Woody Marks. Let's go. Love to see it. A lot of people were skeptical. A lot of people were skeptical whenever the Texans traded up for Woody Marks. But he's quieted a lot of the haters. He's looked really good. Just turn this fan on real quick. Getting a little toasty.
And shout out to Fonville Fines for that $10 super chat helping us.
Look before you leap. Let's go. Another chug for you. Look before you leap. Loving me some Woody Marks this preseason. I agree. Woody Marks has been awesome this preseason. There we go. I just tweeted it out. And I said, never wrong, just early. A lot of people were hating on the Woody Marks pick. A lot of people were hating on the Woody Marks pick. I loved it. And we are just going back and forth today with our Lions Talk channel. $153 they have right now. We're at $140. Hey, I'll do a $20 beer bong right now if we can get ahead of our Lions channel.
I'll follow that up with another Whataburger chug. I'm loving Whataburger. New to Texas, loving Whataburger.
Woo! What a hit by British Brooks on the kickoff. Dude, we talked about the linebacker that kick returns. British Brooks, a running back who absolutely is a heat-seeking missile on kickoff.
That's what coaches are looking for. Week 3 of preseason. Who's making those impact plays on special teams? That's how you make a roster. You can make special teams tackles, especially as a running back. That kind of versatility, big.
1st and 10, single back formation. They got Hendon Hooker in the game now. Play action, looking, dump down over the middle of the running back, and nobody's there. Christian Harris, Jake Hansen back in the game. Rob Mack with the 20-piece. Let's go. Rob Mack, my guy. L'Chaim. First and 10. Run up the middle. Gain of about 3. Rob Mack. Return of the Mack. Return of the Mack once again. Let's go.
Let's go Texans, baby. Shout out to the real ones.
2nd and 6. I formation. Hendon Hooker. Going to be another handoff to the left side. A small lane. And he's going to pick up about 4. It's going to be 3rd down and short. James O'Brien. Let's go. James O'Brien with the super chat. Appreciate you helping us keep our lead against the Lions channel. 3rd and 4. Let's get a stop here. 3 receivers to the right side. Hendon Hooker shotgun. Texans send 4. It's going to be a fade pass to that right side. Nothing doing. Arthur Mollett in coverage. 50-50. I don't know. A little bit of some extracurriculars, maybe some hand fighting there. I don't think it was enough Obviously wasn't enough to call a penalty, but the Texans get off the field right there. Love that. Awesome. Punt is away. It's going to be a fair catch at the 11-yard line by Justin Watson. Very interesting that they have Justin Watson in as the punt returner. Is this to see if him or Braxton Berrios to choose between the two? Maybe they're saying, hey, Justin, if you can be a punt returner for us, we'll keep you over Braxton. That's making me think that they're going to keep only 6 receivers because they have Justin Watson out there trying to return punts now. Very interesting. We got 420 people in the chat, 191 likes. Can we get to 200? Go ahead and hit that like button. Let's get up to 200 likes here on the channel. If you haven't already, this is Texans Today. I'm your host, Jeremy Chuggs. I bring you daily content around your Houston Texans all year long. Live watch parties. We're going to have weekly live shows, a ton more. Make sure you hit that thumbs up icon. Cheers to everybody. Thank you for liking the video. Bree one says, if you do the cowbell, I'll like it. Hey, I got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell. The only prescription is more cowbell. Let's go. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Texans videos every single day. More live watch parties to come. We are the most interactive Texans YouTube channel out there. The more subs we get, the more content we'll get. Remember, last year, I was doing these watch parties by myself. Now I got a producer with me. My guy, Andrew, helping me out on the 1s and 2s.
Absolutely.
And
let's go Texans, baby.
it's 100% free. I know we do super chats. We do fun stuff here. But if you don't have the money to super chat, all good. All my videos are 100% free. I'm not behind a paywall. I'm not going to make you pay to let you know what I'm thinking. I'll tell you what I'm thinking. 100% free, 100% unfiltered, all throughout the year. I got you covered with the latest going on around your Houston Texans. And I hope you hit that subscribe button. Call Texans Today your home. We are so close to 33,000 subscribers. I think we're about 200 away. Producer Sam, I think we're golden right now. Yeah. Good pun. Good pun. Good pull. Oh, let's go. Look before you leap. Run to the outside. Woody Marks. Nice run for about 5 yards. Mark Morales with the 5. And Memo Corona. Let's go. Mark Morales, Memo Corona all getting in. I love it. Love to see it. Appreciate all the support. I really do from the bottom of my heart. Thank each and every one of y'all. I do appreciate everybody for watching today, hitting that like button. 2nd down and 7, Graham Mertz. Shotgun, he's sending a man in motion. It's 2 on the right now, 1 on the left. He's got Woody Marks on his right hip. 3-step drop, looking. It's a pass down, dropped to Woody Marks, and he's going to stretch forward for a 1st down. Great play so far by Woody Marks. He's looked awesome. Atlas Mack. Let's go. Let's go. We are gaining on our Lions channel. Run to the right side. Oh, wow. Jakob Johnson? Jakob Johnson getting the ball. Love to see it. The fullback tight end hybrid. Jakob Johnson's been somebody who I've been telling y'all got to watch out for. It was a little dump down pass to Jakob Johnson. Gain of 9. He has a lot of experience in this Nick Caley offense, was with them in New England. Shotgun, it's going to be 2nd and 1. Handoff up the middle to Woody Marks. And I love the way Woody Marks it also. He's been moving behind the line. He's very patient. He kind of steps right there. He's behind the left tackle, left guard. He gives a little stutter step. He looks like he's going right, and then he flashes left. Gain him about 4 or 5. Great run there by Woody.
Vision as a running back, especially, is a guy who is considered a smaller back like him, can help him find those lanes. He can fit through some lanes that maybe some bigger backs may not be able to fit through and get those tough yards up the middle.
Oh, yeah. He's looked awesome today. All right, 1st and 10. 2 wide receivers to the left, tight end to the left as well. It's going to be play action. Mertz looking deep. Nice catch. That was to Cornell Powell. Great catch there. Newly signed Cornell Powell. He had a workout with the Texans this past week. Signed. And that's a gain of about 14. Mertz looking much better today than he did up against the Vikings. I'll say that.
Yep.
3-step drop again by Mertz. A little. Oh, he had him. There was a little floater pass. Miscommunication. The UDFA out of Minnesota had a step. He was looking for Daniel Jackson. He just was running a go. Mertz wanted him to run a fade more to the sideline, and he just kind of floated that pass over. Had a step. Here we go. 2nd and 10. Trips on the right. Lone receiver at the bottom of the screen. Woody Marks in the backfield. It's going to be a pitch to that right side. He has a blocker ahead of him, but nothing doing. The Lions are able to chase him down. Loss of 1 on the play. Come on. 3rd and 11 now. After the miscommunication on 1st down, loss of 1 on 2nd down, can the Texans convert this 3rd and long at the balls at about the 50-yard line? Shotgun formation, 1 at the top of the screen, 2 at the bottom. Mertz takes the snap, drops back, looking. Throws it over the middle, wide open! Caught at the 27-yard line. Juwan Winfrey, the other guy that just signed. Great catch.
It's a 1st down. Let's get those ones in the chat.
Get those ones in the chat, baby. Get those ones in the chat, baby.
I almost jumped the gun, but we are just outside the Prize Picks red zone.
Just outside. We're so close. We are so close. Single back formation. Wide receiver motioning over. It's going to be a handoff up the middle to Agumbawala. He bounces it out. Has some room to the 20. Cuts it up. Goes down about the 7-yard line. Agumbawala has looked awesome as well. And now we are officially inside the Prize Picks red zone.
Shout out Prize Picks.
We'll tell you more about Prize Picks after this drive.
Definitely. And then, you see the multiple running backs having success. More about the offensive line than the running backs, maybe. They're moving people, creating those holes.
New OC Nick Caley kind of switching more over to a gap run scheme. I think it's working out for this Texans squad. Single back formation, Agumbawala back there again. It's going to be a quick drop and a fade. Oh, and he had Cephas looking for a back shoulder fade. Not able to connect. Just maybe 6 inches, a foot above his fingertips. Oh, Memo, of course I remembered. You're a real one. You're an absolute real one. Ball at the 7-yard line, 6-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now it's going to be shotgun. 2 on each side. Running back on his left hip. Luke Lachey in the slot on the right side, the tight end out of Iowa. Look for him. They're going to go fade on the other side. Cephas! Touchdown! Cephas. What a ball from Graham Mertz. They didn't find it on the right side, so they said, hey, let's just go over to the left side. Great ball, great catch, and a touchdown. Ring the bell, Jeremy. Let's go.
Few people starting it up, but let's get those TDs down in the chat.
Get the touchdowns down below. Great throw and catch there. Oh my God. Botch snap. Botch snap. And the extra point is no good. Oh my God. Remember, I told y'all earlier this week, the long snapper, Brinkman, dealing with a mysterious injury and a bad snap. I don't know what even happened there. Bad snap. They brought in, I believe, who did they sign midweek? Blake Ferguson. The snap looked low. It was not a good snap. Was not a good snap. Did not love that. I do love Prize Picks, though. Prize Picks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports app out there. Millions of active users, and you can too. Right in time for football season. Preseason football is almost done. College football, well, that's here already. So don't miss out on any of the action this season with Prize Picks. Prize Picks is so easy to play. All you do, pick 2 to 6 players, go more or less on their projected stats, and then you watch the winnings roll in. You could do even a flex play, which Prize Picks invented, which means you don't even have to, win all of the projections on your lineup. One of them can be wrong, and you can still win money. So get started today with our friends at Prize Picks. If you want to see my season-long projections for the Texans, this is them right here. I'm going the more on Stroud, Mixon, and Collins. Give me the less on Trevor Lawrence because I'm a little bit of a hater. You can do this, or you can make your own lineup on Prize Picks. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Get started today with our friends at Prize Picks. Run your game. Yeah, something you got to look at, especially when you have new guys in there. Bad snap. Bad snap leads to a botched extra point. In a regular season game, this is something serious. Because this can lose you the game if they scored a touchdown, then a field goal would win it. Can't have that in the regular season games. Cannot have that in the regular season games. I don't get why we let go of John Weeks, personally. I don't understand it. He was good. No reason to go away from it. He's signed with the 49ers. He had been the Texans' long snapper since 2009. What were you doing in 2009? Well, that's the first year that John Weeks was the long snapper for the Texans. Tino, he had one job. One job. All right, kick is away. It's going to be taken at the 2-yard line. Finds a little bit of room, and great tackle there by Tremon Smith. Or no, was that Powell? That might have been Cornell Powell. Sorry. Tremon Smith and Cornell Powell both wearing number 11, so a little bit tricky between the two of them. Here we go. Ball's going to be at, where is it? Around the 20, 24-yard line. It's going to be single back. Hidden hooker, hands it off to the right side. Nothing doing, and he tries to bounce it outside. Does get a little bit of yardage after lowering the shoulder on Jalen Smith. Gain of about 4 on that play. I can actually. Second down and 7. Here we go. 4 minutes to go in the quarter. Single back formation, 2 receivers at the top of the screen, 1 at the bottom. Hooker, it's going to be another handoff up the middle. And another, falls forward for an extra yard. Is going to gain about 5 or 6 on that play. It's going to be 3rd and short. Type those threes. It's 3rd down. Great tackle there by Nick Neiman. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Texans bringing in an extra linebacker in Casey Osai. And the Lions going heavy with multiple tight ends. I expect a run on this play. It is. Run up the middle. Flag on the play, but the Texans stop him at the line of scrimmage. If this is a false start, you decline it. It's 4th down. Let's see what they call here. Illegal shift on the offense. Penalties declined. 4th down. Fourth down. Let's go. Texans defense gets off the field. Great play there. And I will say, 3 minutes to halftime, I did forget to tell you, I did want to do something fun for my buddies at halftime. I'm going to be doing my fantasy football with me and my buddies at halftime. We're going to run a duck race to see how we draft.
Absolutely. All right, let's do it.
They were going for it on 4th down, and a flag on the play. Ball start. Beep, 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 beep. You know Dan Campbell, the Lions love going for it on 4th down. That one bites them in the you-know-what, a little false start action.
I mean, that would have been quite the go for it anyway, back inside your own 40.
Yeah. I mean, Dan Campbell does not give any Fs about going for it on 4th down. He showed that last year. All right, caught at about the 28-yard line. Tackled at the 30. It's either Cornell Powell or Tremon Smith. Not 100% because they're both wearing 11. I like this Nick Caley offense. The Nick Caley offense is looking much better. Here we go. Quick reminder as we get closer to halftime, any Super Chat or Venmo, you're getting a raffle ticket. I'm going to send this Texans football to one of y'all out today. I'm also going to put your name on the football as well, so if you're trying to get in that piece, let me know. If you send in a $20 Super Chat, we're chugging some beers. $50 Super Chat, a little beer bong action, and no biters yet. But I did say $100 now for the boot. $100 for the boot. And I'll say this. We're at 181 right now. I want to absolutely bury our Lions channel. I want to the dirt. I want to send them away. Which I think they're at 155 right now. I'll say this. We're at 180. It doesn't have to be one person. If we get to 250 before halftime, I'm chugging the boot. If we get to 250 before halftime, I'm chugging the boot. We're at 180 right now. It doesn't have to be one person. But if we can get there collectively at halftime to 250, boot's going down. Let's go. We're currently whooping our Lions channel, but they've been fighting today. Eric says, do you feel like this team could be a sneaky Super Bowl contender? I do, because of the defense. The defense is awesome. I expect this defense to be a top 5 unit this year. And if that's the case, you definitely have a chance.
Speaking of that Super Chat battle, We've asked him for an update, and we've heard nothing but crickets, which makes me think the Lions talk supporters are not like the real ones at Texans Today.
Just like their name, it's all talk over there.
Yep, exactly. A lot of noise, no action.
A lot of this. Texans all the way from David Williams. Hell yeah. I'm excited. I'm ready to go. Texans going to take over. Ball at the 31-yard line. You always talk, but you never chug, Micro. You always talk, but you never chug. Here we go. Ball at the 31-yard line. Shotgun formation. 2 at the bottom, 1 at the top for Graham Mertz. Takes the snap. It's going to be a quick bubble screen to Cornell Powell. Nice stiff arm. Gain of about 5-6 yards. Good play there. Sherry Williams says, here's a start. Let's go. Let's get there. We're at 186 now. Sherry said, I'll go out on the dance floor first. It's like middle school. Boys on one side, girls on the other. It takes one person to get there on the dance floor, get the party going. Let's go. Sherry Williams, a legend. That brings us to the 2-minute warning. Jim Everett, that is not the case. Jim Everett, a Rams fan in our chat, saying the Rams are going to destroy the Texans week 1. Not so fast, sweetheart.
This guy was here last week. What's his deal with the Texans? He loves being in this chat.
Just free real estate.
Yeah.
I got free real estate in that dude's head.
You don't got anything better to do, man? The Rams, I don't know if they have a game today, but I mean.
Well, he's a Rams fan. Of course he doesn't have anything better to do.
Yeah, that's fair. No offense.
Jim Everett, all loving games. All loving games. But, hey, week 1, I hope you're here. And I hope we're able to really see who ends up coming out on top. Because that's going to be a fun game.
No strays to our coworker Durham either. Big Rams fan.
Our main social media guy here at Chat Sports is a Rams fan as well. So he's okay.
Durham's a good guy. He's a good guy.
He means well. Here we go. Reminder, Sherry Williams getting us started. I said if we can get to $250 by halftime, I'm taking down this boot. 3 beers, 1 glass. We're close. We're at 186 right now. If we can get to 250, collectively, I'll do the boot. Let's go. VR Game Boy, we're winning right now. 186. He's at, last update was 155. We'll see where he's at here in just a moment. King Javier, that'll be Mitch. Mitch will do that later on. He'll get that live stream going. But the game's not till 9, so it's a long time. Long day.
It's just shout out to Chuggs, man. Wants to bring you guys all the Texans football. This guy's doing a long day. Game here early, game later with the Raiders. I don't know when this guy sleeps.
Dude, yeah, I don't. Neo in the house. David says break time. Dude, shout out to our mods one time. David Williams, Sherry Williams, Neo Razor. Thank you to all of our mods in the chat. Y'all been making this game so much easier for me, and I really do appreciate y'all a ton. Sherry said if everybody did $5, we would get there. I agree. We're close. Shotgun formation. Lions in the blitz. Throw over the middle. What a catch by Cornell Powell. Down at the 45-yard line. Rams send an all-out blitz. What a throw and catch there. Texans going. They're not hurrying up. They're gonna huddle up. Okay. Remember, the Lions have a new offensive coordinator and a new defensive coordinator. Men, sorry. We were just talking about the Rams. I know it's the Lions. 1st and 10. Mertz drops back, throws it, dumps it down to Woody Marks. Gain of about 7. Clock is ticking. Dre with the 20. We're at 2:06. We need 44 more to go. And we're doing a boot. 44 more to go. 1 minute remaining. Can we get there? Dre. Let's go. Flag on the play. Das Boot. Flag on the play. I believe they attributed it to Eli Cox. And the Texans are going to take a timeout to avoid the 10-second runoff. Brooks! 72! Let's go! Brooks, 72! Appreciate you. We're Mark Morales as well. Oh my God, we're 5 away. Let's go. Come on.
If we get there, I'll join you. I'll do a boot as well.
You're doing a boot as well?
Yeah, if we get there, the real ones gotta give them something.
Hey, we're 5 away. I think we might get there. Another false start on this Texans offense. Oh my God. I thought we were done with this, AC. I thought we were done with the false starts from last year with Bobby Slowick.
Just when we were saying how well the offensive line was playing, they were running the ball well. That's it. You just can't have nice things.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. 45 seconds left. And Dre over the top. Let's go. Lucky helmet engaged. Lucky helmet engaged. Let's go, Dre. All right, 2:13, or 2nd and 13. It's going to be a delayed handoff to Woody Marks. Finds a little bit of a room, but he's only going to get about 3 yards. Texans playing a little bit more conservative. And I wonder if that tight end was by the Lions or the Texans there. 2nd and long, they run it to gain a little bit more yardage. Flag on the play as well. They're talking to DeMeco. Wonder what the flag's on. Alaric! Super excited for the season.
We were saying that football was looking a little empty before. It's looking a little full now. Look at all those names on there.
Oh, yeah. Alaric, 15. Super excited for the season as well. Let's go. All right, here we go. Graham Mertz, shotgun. 3 on the left, 1 at the top of the screen. Takes a snap, 3rd and 11. Rolls out to his right. He's going to dump it down to Woody Marks. Flag on the play. It's a gain of 5. Not enough for the first down, but it looks like there's a penalty on the play. Holding on the defense. Automatic first down. Let's get in field goal range. Let's go. Let's get into some field goal range. Reminder, halftime's almost here. I'm gonna do a duck race to determine my fantasy football order with a bunch of my buddies. Oh, throw over the middle to Irv Smith, a very risky throw. And they're gonna have to hurry up. 30. Oh, they're gonna take a timeout. 31 seconds left. Let's go. 31 seconds remaining. I wonder where Micro is, though, with the Super Chats. No update yet from him. 2nd and 4, drop back. Mertz throwing it deep. Flag comes out. Pass interference. Oh, wait, no, they're calling it on the offense? Whoa. Wow. I was kind of weak. I mean, I think if anything, that should be a no call. They're just hand fighting.
That's a 50-50 play. That you can't call that. I shouldn't
hate
call
that
it on the
call.
defense either. Just let them play.
2nd and 14. And awful play by McDermott there, the right tackle, and the Texans are going to get sacked. And I think they're just going to let it happen to halftime. Yeah, they're just going to take it to halftime. All right, so 16-7. Texans lead at the half. They'll get the ball to start the second half. Do you just want me to send the names to TV? All right. I'll send you the names real quick. All right. All right, yeah, those are the 10 names. I'm going to do a quick duck race here at halftime. While he's setting that up, I'll go ahead and do my boot. The halftime chug, I told y'all if we got to 250, then I would go ahead and chug a boot. Well, we got there, baby. We got there. Right now, $100 over the Lions for right now. Let me know if you're ready for the boot. My buddy Chris is in the chat saying boot. He's ready for our fantasy football simulation here. This one goes out to all the real ones. Here we go. All right. Fantasy football. You can do the super full screen on it, you know? Yeah. Ugh. What race are you going to do? Just the Ducks? That's fine. Yeah. Woo. Yeah. Here, I got it. So, no, yeah, you're logged in. You should be good. Go to race timers. You can do. Or here, go down. Let's do the dog race. That one's a good one. Go down more. Yeah, do that dog race. Yeah. And then just do the names to 100. Yeah, there you go. That's fine. And then there we go. And then just do set and then do super full screen on the top right. All right, here we go. Yeah, we'll give it one shuffle. These are all the guys that are in my fantasy football. Oh. These are all the guys that are in my fantasy football league. And just to update everybody, we don't want Yelly to get a top pick. He won the league last year. I see him in the chat. We're all rooting against Yelly. He won the league last year. We can't let him win again. All right. Pick your dog. These are all the guys in my fantasy football league, and however it ends, that's going to be our draft order. Without further ado, I think we're ready. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Dre, that boot was filled with Happy Dads. Seltzers. They're a little bit lighter than beer for me. Don't get me as bloated. Here we go. Even race so far. Yelly's in the lead. Don't love that. Actually, I don't know if I want to.
The guy who leads early never wins. So.
I also don't know if I want the first pick.
I'm looking at Nils in the back to make a late comeback here.
Yeah, I think I'd be more okay with like pick 5 or 6.
Yeah, in the middle. You want to be in that middle. That's where the value is.
Yeah. Even though it looks like my dog, he's in there as well. Coming down towards the end. Here we go. Oh, no.
Jeremy Chuggs.
Wow. I did not want that. Damn. Okay, let's show, you know how to show the all 10? You just click this trophy at the bottom right. There we go. Christian, take a screenshot. My buddy Christian in the chat. Here's our draft order. So it will go me, which I really did not want the first pick. I really did not want the first pick. That sucks. All right. Me, Juan, Joe, Isaac, Niels, Yelly gets that 6th spot that I wanted. See, it pisses. I hate that. Logan gets the 7th pick. Sean, Chris, and then my buddy Christian gets the last pick. All right, that's our draft order. And you know what? If somebody else wants me to do that for their draft, I'll do a deal right now on Venmo. You can Venmo me at Jeremy Chuggs. Say what? $30? I have a photo. Would anybody want to do that? I can do a couple fantasy football races for y'all here at halftime. Ursery's not playing yet. Or here, yeah, we'll just do 20. At Jeremy Chuggs, here's my Venmo. If you want me to do your order for your fantasy football, I can do that. Who am I taking number 1? I think I gotta go Saquon, right?
Been seeing a lot of the top 2, Bijan, Jahmyr. A lot of people have Saquon at 3. I have a second pick in one of my leagues where the order is determined ahead of time, and I'm taking whoever the first guy doesn't take, Bijan or Jahmyr.
Yeah, the number 1 pick.
I mean, Saquon would be a good choice, but
let me know, who should I take with the number 1 pick?
For me, I just get that he just had such a great year, like Doom is coming.
Dude.
Madden, is he Madden? Was he on the cover of Madden? Is he Madden curse?
Yeah, he was on the cover of Madden. A kicker. Bijan. Oh, no, I don't know.
Looks like some chases in the
chat.
Jahmyr
Chase is a good one as well.
So the problem is, the one that I have the second pick in, it's 14 teams. So if I don't take a running back,
you're done.
I'm cooked. In a 10 team, you can probably still get some quality backs in that 20 range.
It's PPR. Do I go Jahmyr?
Lamar.
I don't know. I don't know. Go Chase and get some back in the 3rd and 4th round. I'll go. Yeah, I think I could look at it 2 ways. Do I go running back and then hopefully I have a couple good wide receivers fall to me?
I am generally running back early, receiver middle round.
Me too, but now I'm just like.
Because, yes, it's much easier to get production out of a 4th-round fantasy receiver than it is a 4th-round fantasy running back.
Yeah. Yeah. I just hate being the first pick. I did not want that.
Do you guys do trading? Could you auction that pick up? Someone wants to come up to one?
We don't do trades pre-draft. We do after the draft, obviously, but
what do we got? We got on the line, and this is a big stakes money league, loser punishment. What do we got going on here?
Simple buy-in. We don't really do we did do a punishment before of the lowest score each week had to send in a beer chug.
Okay.
But my best friend, I don't know if he's still watching, bless his heart, he's one of the worst beer chuggers I've ever seen. He can't chug.
It's the dichotomy of man going from Jeremy Chuggs to someone who can't chug.
He starts it, and it's he's drowning. He's like, yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
We one of the leagues I was in is usually has a punishment. The last couple of years we've done a beer mile, so you got to drink a beer each lap. So it's 4 beers, 4 laps. And my friend who did it last year got in 12 minutes.
I wouldn't mind to do the Waffle House punishment.
I know we usually vote on it. I've thrown that one out, but nobody hasn't won. So
yeah. First half stats: Graham Mertz, 14 of 16, 1 touchdown, 1 sack. Woody Mark, 6 carries, 19 yards. Agumbawale, 1 carry, 18 yards. Pierce had 7 carries for 17 yards. Cornell Powell led the receivers, 3 receptions, 32 yards. Quintus Cephas had a nice touchdown catch as well. Jaden Higgins, a pair of catches for 18 yards. Xavier Hutchinson, 1 catch for 24 yards. Oh, yeah, here we go. And here are the stats for today's game. As I just mentioned, Woody Marks, 6 carries, 19 yards, 3.2 average. I thought he's looked pretty good. Also, some catches there for Woody Marks as well. Gumbawale had that 1 carry for 18 yards, was awesome on that one run. Pierce looked like Pierce, which wasn't a compliment. I thought Pierce was okay. The offense was moving the ball. They scored 16 points. But I liked what I saw out of the running backs so far. Stroud's not playing today, no. Oh, he is not. Yeah. As we're getting ready for the start of the second half, reminder, Texans get the ball first. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button. Share the video if you could. Keep on commenting. And if you haven't already, make sure you are subscribed. I want to get to 33,000 subscribers. We're getting close. Love to get there. Let's do it. Second half starting. Will we see Slovis have a few reps? I suspect we will. All right. Texans set to return. Also, for those who are wondering about the college football game going on right now, Iowa State leads 14-7 going into the fourth quarter. First college football action of the year as the kick is away, taken at the 4-yard line and returned right up the middle, diving forward, going to around the 30-yard line is Jawar Jordan. And that's where the Texans are going to take over. None of this is correct. 1 second. I'll wait until he fixes that really quick. Oh. There we go. Sorry, it just switched to like Broncos Saints for some reason. Yeah. Here we go. Sorry, a little technical difficulties. Keaton Slovis is starting the second half. First play, chunked it out of bounds. Oh my God, Kansas State just tied it up. Kansas State just tied it up, 14-all. Touchdown throw over the middle. We're back. We are back. All right, here we go. 2nd and 10. Slovis, shotgun. Lions sending a blitz. It's a handoff to Jawar Jordan. Breaks a tackle. Runs through another guy, and it's close to a first down. No, it's just each quarter. Third and 1. And a quick timeout. I don't know. I think it might be official timeout. Neo said 3rd and short deep ball. I wouldn't mind it. It's the preseason. Let's get some things going. I think they're checking the spot to see if it's a first down. And they're going to give it to him. They're going to give him the first down.
Also, you guys may have broken Micro Mike. We have not heard from him. He has gone AWOL.
Yeah, MIA.
You guys put those Lions fans to shame.
All right, 1st and 10, run up the middle. Jawar Jordan, a nice cut and another good gain of about 8 or 9 by Jawar. I've been hearing a lot of reports of Jawar Jordan at practice. I know he's running with the 2s, he's running with the 3s, but he's been very impressive so far. He's looked really good. Second down and 1 now for Jordan. Multiple tight ends and a receiver on each side. Now he's motioning over a guy to the right side. Jordan going to get the handoff up the middle. Going to lean forward enough for a first down. Right there at the first down marker. First down. Let's go. Did you say you'd be willing to do a boot as well coming up? Because we're at 250. Our last watch party, we got to 300. If we can beat that, would you be down to do another boot?
100%. If the real ones show up, I have to show up for them. So.
All right, we're at 256. If we can get to 300, newbie Andrew said he's doing a boot as well. All right, okay, another flag on the offense. Luke Lachey, false start. All right. 1st and 15 now, single back formation. Slovis, quick slant over. Nice catch by, who is that? Cephas once again. Mr. Robot says no more Luke Lachey, he's gone. Second and 4, multiple tight ends on the right side, 2 wide receivers on the left. Shotgun formation for Slovis. Handoff to Jawar up the middle. He's only going to gain about 1 yard. Third and short. What are the Texans going to do? As there's a defender on the field for the Lions. They're going to go to a quick commercial break with the Lions defender down. Yeah, Lachey might be on that roster bubble. Remember, last year the Texans did not keep all their rookies. They took Marcus Harris, they took Solomon Byrd, did not make the initial 53-man roster. Very interesting. We can go to that sponsor if you'd like, because today's show is brought to you by our friends over at Prize Picks, the #1 daily fantasy sports app in America. Preseason football, it's almost over with, and college football is here, so don't miss out on the action this season on Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the easiest way to get in on sports action in more than 40 states, including California, Texas, Florida, and Georgia. All you do, pick 2 to 6 player stat projections, pick more or less, and then you watch the winnings roll in. You can either do a flex play, which means you don't have to win all of your lineup. You lose one of them, you can still win some money, or do a little bit, more, a little power play action and win some more money. Either way, this is what I have for my season-long projections for the Texans. Then you also have to throw in another team in there. So I put in Trevor Lawrence, and I'm going to be a hater. I'm going less on his passing touchdowns. I'm going more on the pass yards for Stroud, more on the rush yards for Mixon, and more on the receiving yards for Nico Collins. You could use these, or hey, Do whatever you'd like. Just make sure you do it over on Prize Picks. Get started today with America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Get started today with Prize Picks. Run your game. All right. I have heard back from our Lions guy, and it looks like we're doing pretty good. He's only at 175. We might have spooked him a little bit. I don't know if he was ready for that onslaught that Texans fans were bringing. Ooh, all right, here we go. 3rd and 3. Ball at the 43-yard line. Slovis takes the snap. 3-step drop. Looking. Throw over the middle. Completed to Powell. Way to stick in the pocket there by Slovis. Got slammed. Cornell Powell, gain of about 20 yards. Great job by Slovis sticking there in the pocket. Cornell Powell, I know what I said earlier about, him being signed this week, probably won't make the team. Hey, he's making the most of his opportunity. He looked awesome. 1st and 10, play action. Slovis looking deep. That's a flag. Was looking for tight end Harrison Bryant. Was basically tackled at the 5-yard line while the pass was in the air. That should be a pass interference. Ball at the 5-yard line. Let's go. Harrison Bryant, I'm excited to see how he's used in this offense. Yep, pass interference on the defense. There we go. Going to be at the 5-yard line. No, the 7-yard line. There we go. We are in the Prize Picks red zone as well. Make sure you get started with our friends over at Prize Picks. Ball's at the 6-yard line. Pitch to the right side. Jawar Jordan. Oh, my God. Awful blocking by Zach Thomas. Zach Thomas and Connor McDermott have looked like crap. The backup tackles. Depending on what happens with Trent Brown, I don't know how many offensive linemen they keep. I would not keep Zach Thomas or Connor McDermott after today's game. They have looked like basura, trash, dumpster fire. 2nd and goal, ball at the 11, trips to the left. Shotgun formation for Slovis, and of course, sorry, I forgot to mention Austin Deculus, who just committed a false start at left tackle.
Penalties might push us out of the Prize Picks red zone if they keep going backwards.
Second unit was like, you know what? We didn't have enough false starts so far this preseason. Let's get it rocking. Iowa State advancing the ball on Kansas State in this college football start. Very interesting. Ball at the 16. Texans shotgun formation. 2 receivers on the left. Tight end and a wide receiver on the right. Cornell Powell now motioning from left to right. It's going to be a quick wide receiver screen, a tunnel screen, and he's got some room. Oh, so close. Ball at the 6-yard line. Shoestring tackle. There is a flag on the play. Pass interference on the offense. And as Andrew predicted, they have now pushed us outside the Prize Picks red zone. The false start, Sherry, that was on Austin Decklist, one of the backup tackles a couple plays ago. That just there was offensive pass interference. And second and goal, it's a throw to Jawar Jordan. He gets blown up in the backfield. I don't know why they're running the ball. Lions are running it back like it's a fumble. It's not a fumble. I don't know what they're trying to do. It's second and goal, or now it's third and goal, and the ball's at the 26-yard line. I suspect a run here. They tried to set up a running back screen and nothing doing there. All right, third and goal. Trips to the left. Harrison Bryant in the slot. It's going to be Slovis over the middle. And he finds Harrison Bryant, and he gets blown up at the 17-yard line. Good catch there by him. And Strickland just lights him up. Yeah, good tackle by that Lions defender. All right, 36-yard field goal attempt. Oh, my God, another bad snap. And it's missed. Yep, this long snapper sucks. What are we doing? This new long snapper that they just brought in is absolutely cheeks. Bro, you got one job. How are you not a good long snapper? Oh my God. Absolutely ridiculous. Are you able to take over for just 1 second if I need to hit the bathroom? All right. I'm going to leave y'all in the great hands of my man, Andrew. Reminder, $45 away. And AOC is going to go ahead and do a boot as well. You can just do the single box. No, it's in GFX1. It should just say like Chroma box or something like that.
Cam right, no Chroma. Yeah. That's on, but it's not.
You got to move it above the background. And then just link your camera to it. I mean, Sherry, I get it. Bad kick, but the snap messed it up. The whole thing is a timing thing. He was getting ready to kick it, and the snap wasn't ready. All right, there we go. All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to leave y'all with my guy, Andrew AC, here for just one moment.
So like Chuggs was talking about, that can't happen. You make a mistake once, fine, but the second time, can't mess that snap up again. I have a feeling he's going to be getting a phone call into the office after the game. Turn in the playbook, as Chuggs just said. Evan, Keaton Slovis is awful. Yeah, I would say Mertz definitely looked a lot better than him in the first half. I'd have to agree on that. Devon, we need to work on the red zone, definitely. I mean, that you do not want to go backwards when you're in the red zone. There was, 3 penalties in a row? Put them out back to the 26, and then you end up with a missed field goal, which is on the snap, but you're making your life hard, making Fairbairn's life harder with a longer field goal. The red zone is where games are won and lost. Yeah, good teams score touchdowns in the red zone. Bad teams kick field goals. Kent says that's on brand for the Texans. Hopefully that's something they can change this season. 1st and 10 here for the Lions. Hooker fakes the handoff. Looks downfield, and he's got a big play to Ronnie Bell. A flag on the play, though. See what this flag is. Penalty on the Lions. This one will be coming back. Looks like a hold on the inside on Togiai. Yeah, that's a bad hold. He would have had Hooker without that hold. Good call there by the refs. Negates a big play there by the Lions. All right, now 1st and 20 for Detroit at their own 16. Handoff up the middle. A little bit of pressure in the backfield, and he's tackled for a minimal gain. Like 1 yard gain. So, all right, let's see. We got the Lions are behind the chains here. We'll see if the Texans can hold them, force a punt, get that ball back, and try and make up for that missed field goal. Yeah, these long snappers, not good. Not good. I mean, right now they've only had extra point and field goal issues, but what you don't want is an issue on a punt, airmailing the snap, and then giving the Lions great field position. Screen pass out to the right. Picks up a few. We have 3rd and 13. So 3rd and long here. Let's get those threes in the chat. Threes in the chat. Hooker dumps it off to the running back, and that's it. 4th down. Looks like the Texans are going to get the ball back here. So let's see how the Lions long snapper does here. Hopefully they're not as bad. Hopefully for the Texans, he's as bad as the Texans long snapper's been. Kent, you're right. Defense is carrying right now, letting the Lions capitalize on those Texans mistakes. So the punt's out. It's caught at the 10. Returned for about 8 yards, 9 yards to the 20. The Texans will take over here. Let's see. Grade that drive from the defense there. A, B, C, D, or F. 3 and out there. A couple penalties from Detroit. Houston's got the ball back. We like to see, baby. Got Chuggs back in the building here. We'll get him back on screen.
Robert, it's CLNS. CLNS. That was the promo code for Prize Picks. Let me know. Grade that drive for the Texans defense. I mean, I think it's an A, right? Corey Sims. That's. No, he's talking about this guy. Oh my god, dude, that's funny. Corey, that's good. Drew has more air, or it would never narc. Oh, my God. All right. So we're at 258. We are $42 away from my man, the IT guy at the office, doing a boot on today's show. So if you want to see AC, my guy Andrew, do a boot, we're $42 away. It doesn't have to be one person. If we can get there by the end of the game, he's doing 3 beers, 1 glass. Boot time, baby.
We've already taken that Lions channel down, so let's get going.
Oh, they're
Let's
scared.
get me to do a boot.
They're scared. All right, first down. It's a throw to the left side. Nice catch there by Luke Lachey. I did see the super chat from Evan McGinley. He said, Keith Slovis is awful. Keith. Yeah. I mean, I trust Davis Mills has no competition for QB2. I will say that. Both these guys are not close to Davis Mills in my opinion. Here we go. Second down and 3. Shotgun formation for the Texans. A quick throw to Cornell Powell. Oh, my God. He makes somebody miss, and then he trips. A quick wide receiver screen out. Nice blocking, and all he had to do was beat his guy. Had maybe an extra 5-10 yards if he's able to do so. And he just kind of trips up his legs together. All right, 3rd and 2. 2 receivers to the left, 1 at the bottom of the screen. Slovis drops, looking wide open over the middle as Cephas jumps over the safety, and he gets tripped up around the 50-yard line. First down, Texans. Type those ones. Type those ones. Four minutes remaining in the third quarter. I formation for the Texans. Handoff up the middle. Jawar Jordan muscles forward for a gain. Oh, nice. Gain of about 6 or 7. It looks like he was stopped for a gain of 4, and he kept those feet a-churning. His feet were a-churning. Also, craziness in this Iowa State-Kansas State game. Kansas State might have just turned the ball over on downs.
I was going to ask, good news or bad news for our guy Brett?
Bad news for Brett. Looks like it was a 4th down, and Kansas State turned it over.
What's the score looking like?
17-14 Iowa State. Run up the middle on 2nd and 3 for the Texans. Jawar Jordan just going to get back to the line to gain. The score on that Iowa State game, Iowa State, the Cyclones, hashtag the Texans wide receiver group. They're up 17 up against Kansas State. They have 14. 8 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. I'll keep you up to date with that as well. I know we got some college football fans here in the chat, so I'll just from time to time keep you updated with that score and what's going on. Iowa State, after making them turn over on downs, they have the ball at like the 30-yard line, though, for Kansas State. They are in scoring territory already. For the Texans, it's 3rd and 2. 2 receivers on the left side, tight end on the left as well. British Brooks in the backfield. Slovis takes the snap, is able to dump it down to Luke Lachey. Nice gain of about 4 or 5 yards. And another first down for the Houston Texans. Get the bell going.
Bell going. Get that bell going.
You know what? We said 42 away from Andrew doing a boot. I'll say this. If somebody throws in a 5 right now, I'm putting on the lucky helmet for the rest of the drive. Lucky helmet engaged. Single back formation. It's going to be play action. Slovis dumps it down to Jakob Johnson. And a nice gain there of about 7-8 yards. Corey says, please do it. I need to show my wife this IT guy. Dre! Here we go. Dre coming in clutch. And I will say, if somebody sends in a 50, Andrew said he'll do it with the helmet on. We'll try. Run up the middle on 2nd and 3. Gain of about 1.5. It's going to be 3rd and 1. Should they run or should they pass here? Type R for run, P for pass. Let me know what you're thinking. 3rd down and 1. Ball at the 27-yard line. I see pass from Neo Razor, Ken the Pimp, and Halston. Lynn says run. It's I formation. It looks like a running formation for the Texans. We'll see. Lions, a lot of guys on the line of scrimmage on the defensive side as well. Texans snap it, handoff right up the middle, and it's just going to be plowing forward for British Brooks. He's going to get it. 1st down. Oh, my God. Iowa State just scored. Iowa State takes the lead 23-14. If you're following along with that college football game, the College Football Kickoff Classic, Iowa State just took the lead on Kansas State 24-14. That's the end of this quarter for your Houston Texans. A nice rushing touchdown for Iowa State to take the lead. Reminder, here's our Super Chat menu. We're sending this football away to a lucky person. Any Super or Venmo, you'll get a raffle ticket. Which reminds me, Evan, I got to get you and Dre in for more tickets. $20. We're chugging with the boys. Let's go. $50 a full beer bong and $100 a boot. But I said $50. $50 to my man AOC. We'll be doing a boot. Maybe he wears the helmet. I don't know if it fits his head. We'll see. We'll try. Halston Keller, let's go. Hey, you're all good, buddy. I just appreciate you're here, man. Halston Keller said late to the stream, but let's go. Let's go, Halston. Oh, wow. Kansas State runs a trick play and a long touchdown. Kansas State answers back. Wow, if you're following along with the college football game, Iowa State took the lead 24-14. Kansas State with the long touchdown. Wow. What a play. Atlas, I do what I can. I'm interested to see how fast my guy Andrew can do it.
No Jeremy Chuggs, but I'd like to think I'm okay. I'll hold my own.
Not with that attitude, not. Also, Kansas State scored another touchdown. Throw over the middle. Oh, my God. It was dropped by Cephas. Tipped up in the air. I don't know if that's a pick. I think that was an interception. It was a throw over the middle from Slovis to Cephas. Cephas tipped it up in the air, was bobbling it. Oh, my God. He hit it like he held it against his head. Yeah, that's a pick. Damn. That's on Quintus Cephas. Hits him in the hand, and he's bobbling it. He's bobbling it. Damn. All right, well, the Lions take over at the 11-yard line now. Bad play there by Quintus Cephas. All right, 1st and 10 for the Lions, ball at the 11. Shotgun formation, Hendon Hooker drops back, throw deep over the middle. Picked! Jalen Mills returns it. Steps out at the 11. Texans take it right back. Type your INTs. Type your INTs. Let's go.
I believe I saw a ball don't lie in the chat. That's the ultimate ball don't lie right there. Give it right back.
A great play. Jackson Woodard getting pressure on him. Hendon Hooker just lets it sail, and Jalen Mills is there for the pick. The Green Goblin in H-Town. Let's go.
And I believe that takes us right into the prize pick red zone.
We'll tell you more about them after this drive. Unsportsmanlike conduct by the Texans? I don't know what just happened. 15-yard penalty, though. And that's going to take us to a TV timeout, I guess. Ball at the 28-yard line now. Woo-wee! Here, I'm gonna pass the helmet over to Andrew. Let's see if will it fit? Because we said $50. He'll try to maybe take off the glasses first. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This thing fits. This thing. Bro, yes. Hell yeah. Bro, we have Woody Marks. I swear, I think I see Buzz Lightyear in my small screen right here. I'll show you what Andrew looks like with the helmet in just a moment, but today's show is brought to you by Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. Preseason football, it's almost over. College football going wild right now. I'm literally watching the game as we speak, and it is, pulse is pumping. This game is back and forth, and that's what I love about sports. So I don't want you to miss out on any of the fun this year with Prize Picks. Make sure you get started with them. They are the most fun you can have with sports in more than 40 states, including California, Texas, Florida, and Georgia. All you do, choose 2 to 6 player stat projections, more or less on their stat projections, and then you watch the winnings roll in. Here's my season-long projections for the Texans. I'm going more on Mixon, Stroud, and Collins, all their stat projections. And then I'm going less on Trevor Lawrence. You could use my picks, or you can go against them. Just do it on Prize Picks, the best place to play daily fantasy sports. Download the Prize Picks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Get started today with Prize Picks. Run your game. And here we go. My guy AC rocking the helmet. $50, and he said he's doing a boot in the helmet.
If the Texans don't score on this drive, I don't think I'm wearing this again. This is it. It's now or never.
Now or never. Here we go. My guy, how does it feel being an astronaut, being a Texan?
I like it. It's empowering. I think, the Woody and Buzz thing, there's something there.
Woody and Buzz, I don't mind it. Great catch there by Cephas along the sidelines, though. Gain of about 16 yards.
And we're officially back. in the Prize Picks red zone.
We're back in the Prize Picks red zone. And looks like he hurt his leg on that catch, pulled something. He was already off on the sideline, but getting tended to by the trainer. Not stopping the play, though. Here we go. 1st and 10, ball at the 12-yard line. Shotgun formation for the Texans. They take the snap, hand off to Woody Marks, bounces it outside. He's good. Oh no, that's Jawar Jordan. Dives. They're going to say close. I think he got to the 1-yard line. Jawar Jordan, nothing doing inside. Dives for the end zone. Down looks like at the 1-yard line. Wow.
For anyone wondering, surprisingly comfortable, I would say.
Right?
Yeah, very comfortable.
I formation. Jakob Johnson in at fullback. It's a handoff. Oh my God, the Texans just got blown back off the line of scrimmage 4 yards. I'm not kidding. All right, 2nd and goal. Play action. Throw. Caught! Touchdown, UDFA, Daniel Jackson. That's the touchdown dance right there by my man Daniel Jackson. Touchdown, Texans. Keaton Slovis on the PA boot, rolling to his right. Little pop pass over to Daniel Jackson for the touchdown.
See the real ones already on it, but if you haven't, TD down in the chat.
Spam those touchdowns, baby. Spam those touchdowns. Extra point. Let's see if the long snapper a little bit better. PAT's good. A little bit better. Oh, my goodness. All right, reminder, $50. Got Buzz Lightyear up here. He's going to do a boot, but we are still 35 away from hitting our goal for today's game. So if you could, if you're able to, help us out. Send something in, and we will absolutely rage here on Texans Today with my man AC, a.k.a. Mr. Buzz Lightyear. Just go for the long snapper. That one didn't even look like that. It looked like it was a little high. Like he was just able to bring it down real quick. Lions are better on Hard Knocks than the actual game. My man Holston Keller, late to the stream. Let's go. My man Holston, appreciate you for tapping in. Appreciate you, big dog. We destroying the little bitty Cubs. Dude, facts. 23-7. Dude, Texans, they're going to have some tough decisions. Jawar Jordan's looked really good. I don't think anything happens with the wide receiver room. I will say, I like Cornell Powell, he's looked good. Quintus Cephas, he's looked good. We have to take it with a grain of salt, obviously, because a lot of backups in this game. Justin Watson going out there on punt. Very interested to see what that ends up meaning, because Braxton Berrios didn't play a ton. And them putting Justin Watson out there for punt, maybe they're like, we want to see if he's able to do that. If we're looking at the college football classic game today, Iowa State, Kansas State, starting out the college football season, it's 4th and 3. Iowa State has the ball, 2 minutes left, and they're going for it instead of kicking a field goal. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, you're going for it all. You're trying to win the game here if you're Iowa State. 4th and 3. Oh, I think they might just be trying to draw him off sides. A lot of hard counts, and they call a timeout. They're going for the – okay, I was like, very, very, very risky decision there. Lando, it was Daniel Jackson who scored it away. Or Daniel Jackson who scored the touchdown. I thought Mertz looked good. Paul said cut Pearson, move on. I think the Texans would rather keep him. Derek said, that's what I said last field goal. You were right, Derek. Not good long snapping by our guy. Kick is away. Going to get returned at the 4-yard line. And gets out to about the 28-yard line. Nathan, I agree. Almost got to keep him because of the injuries. Stadium chant, say it loud. He's C.J. Stroud. Yeah! 1st and 10, run up the middle. Nada. Nothing doing. Oh, my God. I think they just ran a fake for a touchdown. Iowa State did. Oh, no, they didn't run a fake, but it was a 16-yard receiving touchdown. Iowa State. Absolute balls of steel. Wow. Iowa State scores. And then here's Hendon Hooker for the Lions, finding some room up the middle, and he's going to run another 20 yards. Wow. 25-yard run by Hendon Hooker. Nothing was open. Able to escape the pocket. And it was man-to-man, so everybody was just covered downfield. Yeah, they're reviewing it right now, but Iowa State looks like they might have just scored a touchdown and might have just pulled the upset week 1 against Kansas State. They were big dogs in this game.
That's why they play the games. College football, madness can happen. Tough luck for our guy, Brett.
Yeah, 1st and 10, Lions looking, still nothing doing. Throw over the middle and gets absolutely hammered by Jackson Woodard. Second and 10, shotgun formation for Hooker. Takes the snap, handoff up the middle. Going to be a gain of about 3. That brings up 3rd down. Spam those 3s. Spam them, 3rd and 7. I see Maters, Workshop, David Williams, Bree Ones, Halston, Jakias. Look before you leap. Sherry. Snap is away. Texans send a blitz. Almost picked. Hits the ground. Hooker overthrew his receiver again, and Traymon Smith was back there in coverage. Almost got the pick. Oh, no, they ruled it down at the 1 for Iowa State. 1st and goal, so Kansas State's back in it.
They're back.
2-minute warning. Wow. Iowa State at the 1, though. Can Kansas State, they need a goal line stand? 24-21.
24-21, Kansas State up. All right, so they need to hold them here. If you're the big dogs in the game and you get to a 4th down, what are you going for the win? You going for the tie, playing for overtime?
Well, it's 2 minutes remaining. I do wonder, I didn't see the timeouts. I wonder if they could run it
Oh,
or
and then
kneel it and get it down to like 20 seconds and kick a field goal and go up by 6.
Oh, they're up 24-21. They're not
Yeah.
down 24-21.
Yeah,
Got it.
Iowa State's up 24-21.
Okay. No, yeah, they're gonna milk that clock.
If you're Kansas State, do you let them score? I mean, they go up by 2 scores, so I don't know how much
you
that
can't.
helps. You still need a touchdown and then a onside kick.
I guess you gotta play it out, try and hold them to 3, and then hope magic happens with 20 seconds left.
Yeah. Here we go. Yeah, we could show it real quick. I think our Lions host might have given up on the Super Chat battle. We just absolutely, and I gotta give a shout out to y'all. We absolutely destroyed them so far. And I think it's 265 for us now. He said they were at 175. Yeah, we absolutely trounced them. We're trying to get to 300 today. That was our goal. And my guy Andrew said he'd do a boot if we got there.
With the helmet on. We know it fits.
With the helmet on. That's the very important part. We know it fits. Boot with the lucky helmet if we get there. Let's go. And been a great day so far. Great day to have a great day. Man, Texans going to be straight this year. I think the Texans are going to be great. Texans are going to be great. The defense especially. I'm excited to see how – oh, my God. Never mind. Mike's at 255. He got some big ones. I thought it was out of reach. Throw over the middle on first down. Nice gain of about 10 to Cornell Powell. Yeah, I guess Lions Talk decided to show up. My man JL in the building. How we feeling? No, the end of the streams. I don't think so. Show us the boot. I think you got a boot loaded up over here. He's got the clear one. Happy Dad's in the boot. This is my boot, and just for sanitary reasons, he doesn't have a cool one. He has. Yeah, earn not given. And if you do the boot, go to the 2-cam right one so we can both be on screen with you doing it. British Brooks, 1st and 10, bounces it outside. A nice gain of 7 right there for British Brooks. It's in that GFX 1 too. No, just like if we get there. Or no, just to the right. We can still have the graphics up. Deadly Alliance. That's the name for our DBs. Deadbolt. I'm ready. I'm ready for this defense. All right, 2nd and 5. Heavy formation for the Texans. Another run up the middle to British Brooks. Here we go. It's 3rd down for the Texans. 3rd and 5. Zach Rose, Chubb does not look. Why do you say that? I think Chubb loves the fact that he's in Houston. He gets a chance.
We got a body language expert in the chat.
Run up the middle, British Brooks. Nice hole and a gain of about 14. Nice run there. And, oh no, Iowa State was able to milk the clock out. Iowa State wins it.
They didn't even have to kick. They just ran it out.
I think so.
Just brutal. You hate to see that. You like to see the excitement at the end of the game. At least let them. I would have liked to see them kick the field goal and Iowa State either try and return it.
If you're a higher seed, I'll say this. You don't want to play that first game in Ireland, Dublin, wherever.
It's been a few years, right? Was it Georgia Tech last year?
Beat Florida State.
Yeah, well, that was a sign of things to come.
I think that's probably more the case. I think Joe Mixon's happy to be in Houston. Second down and 10 after an incomplete pass to the left. Dre, let's go! Robert, it's at Jeremy Chuggs is the Venmo. Second and 10, run up the middle, nothing doing. 285 now, Dre, helping us out. Let's go. Robert, it's at Jeremy Chuggs. Capital J, capital C. 2 G's on the Chuggs. Third and 12. That deserves a little beer cheers for you, Dre. Real one. Third and 13. Slovis deep ball. Oh, Cephas had it and he dropped it. It was a tough catch. Dre! Again! Dre, absolutely a legend. My man Dre. Robert, I just put it in the chat. It's at Jeremy Chuggs. 48-yard field goal is up and good by Kaimi Fairbairn. Dre, absolutely, we're not worthy. We're not worthy. My man Dre's a one-man wrecking crew today. Robert, I put it in the chat as well if you need it. At Jeremy Chuggs. Who's the quarterback in right now is Keaton Slovis. He was on the practice squad last year. And the guy in the first half was Graham Mertz. That was the 7th round pick from Florida. Let's go. Yeah, Graham looks solid. Oh, here, I got you. Dre! Oh, my God. You're a freaking legend. Oh, dude. Look before you leap. Yep, we just got there with look before you leap. Let's go. Ask. I think Brett put it in there, maybe the old super chat. producers. There's an older one that you can use. Hey, shout out to Dre. Look before you leap. Absolute real ones. Oh, dude, I'm so ready for week 1. Did that one work? Hey, Joey, he never had that take though. He never had that take. Joey. Walter, another super chat. Let's go, my guy. All right, 1st and 10. It's a throw to the right side. Big gain for the Lions. Taken down by Jackson. I can maybe send it to you. Hold on. Yeah. I can't remember where it is though. The old super chat thing. Flag on the Lions. Sorry, we're trying to make sure we can pull up all the super chats. Yeah. I'm talking about the older one. I just asked Joey. H-Town all the way. Chuggs, you think Pierce is going to get traded before week 1? I mean, it's tough. Brian Robinson only went for a 6. Robert says, wants to send in money, but whenever I type that in, nothing for Venmo. Just type, take away the @ then, Robert. Just do Jeremy Chuggs. Jack says he just sent it your way. All right, here we go. Sorry. There was a sack on the play by Arthur Mollett. 4th down. Now we've got the Lions are going for it here on 4th down. Fourth and 5. They got the ball at the 24-yard line. They're going for it. Trips to the right. Hendon Hooker takes the snap. Drops back, looking, and he's sacked! Texans bring him down! Let's go. The International Pathway Program player, Debussy, and Solomon Byrd bring him down. Corey says, record prediction? I already did it on the channel. Oh, I have it. Here we go. Yeah. Here, I'm gonna send it to TV. Try the thing I just sent you. Bang. First and 10 for the Texans. 3 minutes remaining. I believe my score or my record prediction was 12-5. Or to be correct, 12-4-1. I always add in one tie in my score predictions. Because why not? Oh, let's go! Robert sends in a 20! Oh my God, Robert, let's go!
All right, sorry for the delay, everyone. We're going to start running through these, and then we will do that boot we promised you.
Robert Thigpen sent in a $20 Venmo. Appreciate you, boss. You're in on the raffle as well. Walter Templeton as well, or Templeman as well. 2nd and 7, another run up the middle. Jawar Jordan, let's go.
As we're cycling through, Dre showing up, being a real one. Look before you leap.
Have one on me, Chuggs. Let's go.
Walter Templeman.
Walter, appreciate you, my dog. And then we just did get a $20 Venmo from my guy, Robert Thigpen. Let's go. Christian Tate in the chat says, Chuggs, what do the Texans need to improve on based on today? They need the long snapper to be better. The long snapper sucked today. The guy, Austin Brinkman, I think, we need him back. He was the UDFA the Texans were comfortable enough letting go John Weeks for. And he's injured right now, so they signed another guy. And he was bad today. Very bad. Oh, Robert, I did receive the money, boss. Robert, a real one. We've got a boot coming up from my man AOC. Oh, you can go down to on here. Put it in read only, and you can switch the names in the graphic for read only. Yeah, from what I've been told, the long snapping situation, the guy Austin Brinkman, he's fine. He just had something going on this week, and they decided to sign somebody else for the long snapping duties today. But he should be good to go week 1. Yeah, the 2-minute drill before halftime was kind of weak, Paul. I agree. Here we go. And we did get enough for my guy AOC to do a boot. So we will be having that boot coming up. But for him to wear the Texans helmet during the boot, we're, let's see, about $15 away from that goal. He's already doing the boot, but if y'all want to see my man Andrew O'Connell, you can switch it to that view. That's awesome. If you want to see Andrew Connell do the boot with the helmet on, we're about 15. Bro, it's literally like Buzz Lightyear, man. Yeah, you can put it down if you'd like. Just walked in on two guys with one with the helmet on. Dude, right? Hey, if y'all want to see him do it with the helmet on, we're $15 away. He's already doing the boot, but that's hilarious. Run on 3rd and 3. It's going to be a first down run by British Brooks. And that might take us to the end of this game. Texans are going to win this last one 26-7. Looks like they're going to let the clock run out and they're going to take a knee. All right, last chance. Like I said, we're $15 away from the helmet chug. If not, he's just going to go ahead and do a just a normal boot. Eating them W's. Eat the dubs. Throw the dubs in the chat. W's in the chat. I know it's preseason, but the Texans won still. Dubs in the chat. H-Town all the way. I agree. We need to find out a way to beat the Ravens, beat the Bills, beat the Chiefs. Those teams for sure. All righty. Here we go. And then everybody that sent in a super chat, I gave you a ticket for every super that you sent in or Venmo. So we're gonna do that race here in just a moment, or we can do the wheel for this one. Yeah, we can do the wheel for this one for who's gonna get the football. A lot of names on this bad boy. The starters didn't play today. That's the final that we have. So unless anybody sends in $15, Andrew, you can go ahead and do your beer boot chug. Last chance before he gets going. I'm going to send the names over for, I'm just making sure I didn't miss any. Oh, it's okay. You can just do a new one. Like up on the top, just hit new. Yeah, there we go. It can just be those colors. That's fine. And then I'll send you all the names. All right, I think we're good with all the names. The winner of this is getting the Texans ball all signed up. All right. I don't see any other super chats going. We were 15 away from him doing the boot chug in the helmet, but looks like the people don't want it, Andrew. Looks like the people don't want it. We were 15 away from the boot chug with the helmet on. We did get to the boot chug, though, which is the most important part. I'm going to go ahead and send over the names.
Shout out to the real ones. They did show up today.
The real ones did show up. real ones were in this thing. Steve Jobs, appreciate that. Boss man. Nico Collins going over 2,000 this year? I hope so.
Do you think? What do you think? If you had to predict Nico Collins yards, did you take the over? Was that one of the?
I took the
legs?
more. I took the more on it for sure.
So where would you look at him fantasy wise? Second round, you think? Second round, Nico Collins?
Yeah, I would say a second round pick is fair for Nico Collins. I would say so.
Okay, good to know.
All right, I see you the names. Let's go ahead and run that race or that wheel to see who gets the Texans football. Then we'll do your boot chug, and then we will sign off for the day. Christian Tate, who are you taking with that number 1 pick? Oh, dude, it's tough. Saquon is going to be tough to pass up there at the number 1 spot, to be honest. I mean, he just got 2,000 yards last year. Oh. There we go. You can give it a shuffle or two if you'd like. Yeah, you can. That's fine. All right, this is to see who's going home with the signed football. There we go. Let's run it. JP! JP! Are you in the chat, my guy? JP, and he has like a little otter, even though the otter's not showing up.
Calling JP.
Hit me up on Twitter at Jeremy Chuggs, JP. Shout out to you, my boss man. All right, I think last thing we got to do before we get out of here, we got to do the boot chug. J-Dub, our depth is solid this year. I agree. Spam Das Boot. Whenever you're ready, boss. We didn't get the other 15, so you don't have to do it with the helmet.
All right, cheers, everyone. Let's go Texans.
Oh, yeah. Down Das Hatch. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad whatsoever. Everybody, spam AC for my guy, Andrew Connell.
Hey, let's go Texans. Shout out the real ones, baby. Showed up today.
Shout out to my guy, Andrew Connell. AC's in the chat. AC's in the chat. I will be bringing you videos all week long. I'll be bringing you videos, obviously, for roster cutdown day leading up to week 1. We're going to have live watch parties. We're going to have live weekly shows now for the regular season. So get ready, get strapped in, and let's freaking go. From me, from my man AC, thank you for everybody for joining us today. It's been a fun ride, and I cannot wait for the regular season. I will see y'all in my videos this week. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, like the video, and join the channel. We're going to have a fun year.